I'm gonna have to take that desktop apart and look at it. Something is obviously going on with the graphics card. I'm gonna have to take a look at it, see what the fuck's going, what his problem is. Something is obviously cooked in there. I don't know what it is, but at first I thought it was the let me make sure the audio is working. It should be fine now, right? Yeah, we good. We Gucci. Yeah, I might have to do a display port for that one. It's always giving me trouble. It's that goddamn graphics card, man. Them 1080s are trash. I've seen a lot of people playing this game. This Wind Rose.
It's a damn tough life, full of toil and strife, where man undergo.
Oh. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, this goes hard. Oh, I love this style of music, bro. Let's go. Oh, it reminds me of a band called The Real McKenzies. Oh, it's so good. Yo, what a trailer! These graphics are killer too.
How soft the breeze of the tropical seas, now the ice is far astern, and them native maids in them island glades are waiting our return. Even down our big black eyes look out, hoping some fine day to see our baggy sails running for the gales.
Oh, there's base building too. That's cool. What? Damn. Oh, let's go. W Windrose. That's gonna be copyright. I saw a lot of people playing it. They had a prior early access or open beta or something. A lot of people played that game. It looked pretty good. It looked way better than that other shit game. I can't think of the name of it. It was another one that just shut down that was like that. Oh, Sticks! What's up, Sticks? Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. Yep. Sea of Thieves. Yep. Oh, this game looks good. Wait a minute. No. Enough of that. The more I'm looking at it, the less I'm liking it. What's going on with these animations? Do we have any gameplay? I bet this shit's so annoying back in the day. When you try to fight somebody and they all armored up and you can't really, like, stab them or hit them, so you got to deal with a lot of bludgeon damage. I could imagine how tiring it must be to hold that shield up with all that plate armor on and then sit there and swing the sword over top. That shit has to be so annoying. How'd they win anything back then, bro? How did everything not just like that? Like, how did you not just get a stalemate? Like, god damn. You can't do that. It doesn't work. Can't just stab through chainmail like that. Does it? If I'm not mistaken, chainmail can stop a bullet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain chainmail can stop a bullet. Can chainmail stop a bullet? Traditional chainmail cannot stop a bullet. Traditional chainmail. So. Damn, look at all that free armor, boys. Come on. All that for a stone, though? Like. Oh, another Don't Starve game? Don't Starve Elsewhere. Whoa, these graphics got an update. That looks cool. When does this come out? I'm totally gonna play this. Oh, it's an owlbear. That's annoying. Oh! It looks like they brought the sister back. Not her, the other one. The dead one. She's an item, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, what the hell are those things? I wish that these developers would just make another Binding of Isaac game. That's what I want more than anything. I want another Binding of Isaac. Oh, that thing just looks annoying. Did that spawn at their camp? Oh, that absolutely is annoying. That's their camp. Fuck that. That's cool. Oh, yo, I played one of these. I was terrible at it, but man, it sure was cool. Oh, that's not a trailer. That's some kind of. It's a developer diary. What is this? Some kind of new Borderlands game? What is this?
You wanna hear a story, huh? Follow me, recruit.
Ew! It's on the fucking... Oh, gross. It's for the cell phone. Ugh! Disgusting, bro. What the fuck? By the way, Crimson Desert got another beefy update today. From what I've been seeing, they still haven't taken the timer away from the damn dragon. Oh, what's this? Whoa, this looks cool.
Hunt or be hunted.
Oh, we already saw this. Hold on. We saw that. I'm so hyped for Mouse PI. We're gonna watch this, but I'm gonna... Hold on. I want to watch some more trailers. Oh, that was it. Okay, cool. Fuck Nintendo. I don't react to Nintendo. They're just gonna copyright all my shit.
But, well, trouble is what I do.
Yo, that art is so cool. I love that art, man.
Hello, I'm Troy Baker.
Troy Baker! You may know him from hits such as Death Stranding 1 and 2.
I'm Cameron Grimes.
I'm Frank.
A lot of other stuff, but that's the most recent.
I'm Florian Clare, and I voice the character of Wanda Fuller. Tammy Tumbler.
Cornelius Stilton.
John Brown.
I get to play Jack Pepper in the upcoming black and white first-person shooter.
Now, Mouse PI for Fire.
That's right, man. Troy Baker!
Mine started a few weeks back. The sky was just the exit wound.
Jack Pepper, and I've got some questions for you. No, you have some questions for me.
Yo, the second that I found out that Troy Baker was gonna be the main character, I was like, nope, take all my fucking money. I don't care. I want this game. I want this game.
Why don't you ask me the questions? Jack Pepper is the main protagonist, of course, in our story. You'll be playing as him throughout the game. He is an ex-war hero. He is an ex-cop, now turned private eye for hire. And he has been tasked with solving...
I actually think that was the last playthrough that I did before I switched over to more reaction stuff. There is a full playlist and a stream of Death Stranding 1, and then there's a full live stream of Death Stranding 2. Like the whole, like not the entire game in one stream, like over the course of, obviously a couple streams, but they are both up on the channel, funny enough.
Not two, but 3 cases that will throw him into the worst parts.
I don't think Death Stranding 2 hit the mark. That game had, like, wokeism, DEI slop all up in it. I'm sorry, but it is nothing like the first game. The first game is an absolute fucking cinematic masterpiece. And the second game has a bunch of women that run everything, and it's incredibly convoluted, weird, and like it's more weird than the first one. I didn't think that was possible, but somehow he managed.
Mouseberg.
It didn't seem like much at first. Wasn't even sure it was a case.
So, Tammy Tumbler is an intelligent and resourceful young mouse who works as a skilled mechanic and a tinkerer.
Oh, morning, Melissa. Haven't really been glancing at the chat. Oh, Darling's here too. Welcome, welcome all. Morning, morning.
Workshop called Tammy's Bearings in the heart of Mouseburg, and this is where she gets to upgrade all of Jack's weapons.
John Brown.
I've gotten a lot in on Crimson Desert.
Titan of hard work. He hails from Shruth.
I love this actor. Who is it? John Brown. This guy is really cool.
And after leaving the town when it was destroyed, he picked up odd jobs as a cheeselegger, farmhand, before finally he settled down to open Little and Big. That was a shrew-sized bar in the heart of Mouseburg.
Enough cheese for today.
Cornelius Stilton is a jovial, upper-middle-class former war commander. He's intelligent, he's calculating. Everything he does is very deliberate, so naturally he went into politics.
Well, there's another issue I wanted to talk to you about.
He's a crucial...
He doesn't look... Well, I can kind of see it.
Information throughout the game, so try to listen to the guy.
So Wanda Fuller is a mouse and a seasoned journalist, and she teams up.
So if you have any... That was the hint, by the way. If you guys get this game and you're stuck on something, that was the hint.
Provides essential information throughout the game, so
talk to you about.
He's a crucial ally to Jack and provides essential information throughout the game, so try to listen to the guy.
It means that I think I already get what he's put down. He's trying to say is that if you get stuck somewhere, find that guy, ask him a question.
So Wanda Fuller is a mouse and a seasoned journalist, and she teams up with Jack Pepper throughout the game to work on his cases.
Jack, over here!
She ultimately, I think, wants to help people.
She reminds me of Pepper from Fallout 4.
This tough cynicism that she has going on is her way of navigating a world ruled by men. Mice men.
Tell me you got something juicy, Jack. Otherwise, don't waste my ink.
What is the inspiration for the voice of your character? The girl never tells. This is the fun of making games, as we all get to...
Hold on.
Inspiration for the voice of your character?
What is that tattoo? What is that a mark of? I thought it was Elden Ring, but it's obviously not. What does Troy Baker have tattooed on his right arm? Well, what the fuck is that? Because that's not the fork. What is that? What is the circles with the line on Troy Baker's right arm? The Stoic fork. That's not Stoic fork symbol with circles and a line. That ain't it, Hoss. I don't see that. I thought maybe that was from a game or something. That this is not the correct information. There's no way that's a Stoic fork. There's no way. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I thought it looked like Elden Ring, but
this is the fun of making games, is we all get to decide as a team, what does this guy sound like? As we kind of got into talking about the character, talking about the story, we decided as a team that maybe he could be a little
bro,
bit.
I know this bro ain't talking about no motherfucking... I know you ain't talking about Troy Baker like that, bro. What the fuck? Well, what could you possibly have? Bro, you can't be hating on Troy Baker like that. That's Troy Baker, man. Why you hating on Troy Baker? Troy Baker's a fucking legend, man. He's been in a lot of shit.
More down here. Maybe he could be that kind of grizzled guy that sounded like he ate too many cheese sticks. You know what I mean?
So my inspiration for Wanda was partly deadpan sarcasm, a la Aubrey Plaza, meets April from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, meets Newsies.
Hold your whiskers, Jack.
So for Timmy Tumblr, when I first...
Does it really? I thought you were trying to insult him. Does it really? Now I gotta know. Is Troy Baker gay? He's not gay. What you talking about, bro? I didn't care if he was, but I was like, that kind of makes sense, but then no, that's not right.
I immediately thought of Tony Tony from An American Tail.
Damn, gotta whip up a new retro kablam.
He was in Death Stranding 1 and 2. He was the main bad guy. Here. So y'all have an idea. Troy Baker, Stranding 1. That's Troy Baker. Hold on. He played as Higgs. You know what? We'll do Death Stranding 2 because he's got more of an impact there. That's Higgs. That's Troy Baker. Not her. That's him.
Something special just for you. Bit of that rope you like so much. This here, my guts. And they'll grow tighter over time. You best believe they will pop your head clean off. But you are a patriot. And you'll just keep coming back. Only for my boys here to keep doing their thing over and over again. So you'll just die and keep on dying for all eternity. Sam! Yeah. Really is a shame, Frank. Well, that's good too.
There's Troy Baker right there. He did a lot of what's it called? Improv with a lot of the scenes in Death Stranding 2. He had more wiggle room, so they let him do it.
So I kind of took
But that's Troy Baker.
voice, making it a little tomboyish, used my own vocal structure, and I felt like I just knew her.
It's about gun tuning, dummy.
I had thought of like maybe a more of a New York kind of thing, you know, a little like the mayor, or a World War I sort of veteran of the war, sipping his tea in the middle of the desert. You know, there's a little bit of that in there. A timid version of Fraser Crane at some point, like he's just sort of like putting on airs at times when, you know, like he could still drink in a bar in Boston if he wants to.
See, that's what I like about you, Jack. You always know when to make your move.
Favorite line or dialogue? You know, I really don't want to give anything away because the story is so great. So I'll just say my favorite is when Tammy says, "Hiya, Jack."
I can't answer that. I mean, I can tell you my second favorite, but is that first right out of the gate, that whole interaction.
Jack, good to see you, buddy.
Probably has to be, I got a recipe called Perfect Bog Fondue. It'll make your whiskers curl.
Of course, the multiple puns about cheese, which I've never heard so many cheese puns in my entire life.
I can give you more than a crumb, Jack.
I will say, what comes to mind of one of my favorite moments of working on this, Jack is prone to being a bit of a narrator. And in one of these many scenes where he is kind of narrating what he's doing, I thought it would be funny if maybe he was doing that live. And so we all decided as a team that we would have this narration be in real time. So if he walks in, you know, and says, "From the moment I saw that dame, I knew I was in trouble." Everybody can hear him. And it's like, who are you talking to?
I am so excited to be a part of this game. It is so fun, and it is so cool and nostalgic, and I'm thrilled for you all to be able to experience it.
I seriously cannot wait for you guys to see what these wizards cooked up.
I cannot wait for you to play Mouse PI for Hire when it drops like an anvil on your head April 16th.
For PC,
Damn,
PS5,
that's
Nintendo Switch 2,
coming up
Xbox
quick,
Series
ain't it?
X and S.
That's like next
So
week.
wishlist it.
Yeah, that's next week.
Might be worth a look. I don't know.
All right, that's the schmeal. Get out of here. I got a case to crack. Ow.
Yo, W Mouse PI for hire. Let's go. Oh, hold on.
I have dreamt so long of my body that I know I am human.
So what the fuck? Oh!
In this place where everyone takes their bodies for granted.
Yeah, it's like a capture game.
I would never. When I meet my body, I will never part from her.
That's weird. Come on. Come on, you can do it.
What are some of the most dangerous combinations on the planet? Dynamite and a lighter, opioids and alcohol, Charles White and a basketball. But what about obsession and a weirdo? That is a recipe for disaster. A deranged individual becoming...
Yeah, like the people that keep making accounts so they can shit talk me. It's so weird. What a weirdo.
Obsessed with someone or something. That is boogeyman shit. And I'm not talking obsessed about like, oh, I'm obsessed with working out or...
No, that's not YouTube. It's because the desktop. I had to shut down the desktop and reopen it. I know. Fight, bro. Shut up. Bro, get out of here. What a little loser. What a little baby back bitch. See you, loser.
Something like that. I'm talking about the obsession where it becomes like a full-blown fixation and genuinely a full-blown red alert mental disorder that spirals out of control and has oftentimes in the past led to some fatal outcomes. like with stalkers. Most notably, the one everyone always goes to is the Bjork stalker, Ricardo Lopez. He was the one that filmed himself blowing his brains out after forming this obsession with Bjork and trying to assassinate her with a letter bomb, trying to murder her. It's frightening. It is genuinely scary. And last night on stream, I learned
man, I don't know who you are, but y'all, if anyone out there and I actually get like mega super famous, don't do anything on my behalf. Trust me, I had to, no. I don't want to die.
A new, potentially dangerous, obsessed weirdo where someone became fixated on a child from Fairly Odd Parents, a character named Hazel. And this obsession has become so strong that now they are sending threatening emails to the voice actress that plays this character on the show. And I've seen a handful of people saying that it's not that big of a deal, just point and laugh at this weirdo and move on. He's probably harmless. Just pop some popcorn and clown on him. And I just think that that's not exactly the way of handling someone like this. This is someone that needs to be reported, like, genuinely to authorities. This is someone that is, like, actually unhinged. This is a potential maniac, and I don't think it gets taken seriously enough when it comes to this kind of shit. So anyway, I'll show you what we went over on stream, and then we also went over some other big examples of people just like this guy that have in the past gone on killing sprees as a result of their obsession with cartoon children.
You see, I just don't understand when we don't start taking people that are going to do this more serious. Like, for example, with Clav and the guy that he ran over. It's like, how many times does this guy have to chase Clav down and cause trouble before it eventually leads to his death because he gets run over by a damn Tesla truck? Well, like, at what point in the entire history of the planet did someone who's crazy like this fuck off when you tell them to stop or no? Like when do we stop acting like these people are gonna change and gonna do anything better when all they do is the same rinse and repeat tactic? For example, whenever these people were trying to chase after and stalk Imaru, for example, and the police would come and pick them up and drop them at a gas station up the road, what did that solve? It solved nothing. You just dropped him up the road. What is he going to do? He's probably going to walk or run back. Well, what the hell are we doing, man? Like, seriously.
A super creepy email to voice
and a really good example is Charlie Kirk. All this death and rhetoric being spewed all across the internet, and instead of them being immediately permabanned or the FBI knocking on people's doors for spreading death threats or advocating for people to get killed, he's dead now because they wouldn't shut it down. Like, when do we stop acting like, oh, it's just online rhetoric? No, these people are actually trying to kill you. Let's be honest here. It starts somewhere, and it always escalates because nothing has been put in place to stop it from escalating to the next stage. Like
when the new Fairly Odd Parents cartoon received. Fairly Odd Parents voice actress Ashley Crystal Hairston shares disturbing obsessive email from fan fixated on character Hazel. Ashley, the last time I sent you a message, you ignored me. I really did not appreciate being discarded like that, so I'll try to reach out to you again. You do not have to respond, but I implore you to at least listen to what I have to say. But if she doesn't respond, you feel discarded and get upset and then send another email. It's a lose-lose. You're not even really giving her permission. It's the illusion of choice. I'm going to assume you did not read the DM I sent you. But on the off chance you did, I apologize for using racial slurs.
What?
So I'd just like to reiterate that I am completely in love with Hazel. She is perfect in every way. To say I'm in love with her is honestly an understatement. She is the love of my life. The universe itself has told me that
this person needs to be put into a box at the ass end of the country with a nice big white padded room and a nice white vest and 3 meals a day, all consisting of multiple varieties of pills. and she can sit there, or he can sit there and rock back and forth all day long and think about their dream dates with this person. You know what I'm saying? There is no reason this person should be out and about doing this to a writer. This is only going to lead to one place.
Hazel,
we all know it.
And who are we? And who are you to go against God? This immediately has the DNA of that guy who killed his sister over his love of Clementine from The Walking Dead.
That's a thing?
Anyone remember that guy? It was this Nicholas Prosper. It was his sister that he murdered, right? I'm pretty sure it was. This is some very, very, very disturbing shit.
What
we
the
talked
hell?
about this on stream a while ago. But he became obsessed with Clementine from the game. A child, by the way.
That's
and
her.
I think it was he let his sister play the game, and he was watching and then didn't like a decision that she had made. Why did you kill Larry in front of Clementine? That kind of thing. And then killed her.
What the fuck?
It was actually his whole family. He killed all of them.
What?
Oh my god, what? It's been a while since we went over it, but I thought it was only one person that he killed.
No
it was
shot.
His whole family?
Really?
Yeah, you're right. The Prosper family murders. 18-year-old Nicholas Prosper murdered his mother, Juliana, his sister, and brother. And yep, all three had been killed by a double-barrel shotgun.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro.
He also intended to commit a school shooting. And so his
What the fuck? Holy shit. Wow. I feel validated.
On September 16, 2024, his father, Ray Prosper, shouted, "I still love you, son. It's not your fault, okay?" That's just heartbreaking to hear, man. I couldn't even imagine
Let's go
being a
Wicked
parent
West, and then we got Beastie Boy,
and
too.
having
Beastie
something
Boy.
like that, where your son is a
That's
fucking
insane.
evil monster. It must be the most difficult thing in the world to come to terms with. And now your whole life, everyone that you've loved, your wife, your kid-
Let's get one thing clear here. Let's get one thing completely clear. A person that's this unstable, that goes and double barrel shoots his entire family, does that kind of person really need a reason? Like, let's think about this at its base level. This person was obviously already incredibly unstable. I wonder how many times during his uprising or during his life he has snapped at his family. I mean, it happens from time to time, right? You're going to snap at people that you live with constantly, right? But how many of those turn into a violent aggression or assault? That's the real question we should be asking here. Where did the mother fail on getting this kid some damn help? That's the question we need to be asking. Because you can't tell me if you're actually in your kids' lives that you don't see something that's a huge red fucking flag like this. You can't tell me that. I'm sorry. Because that's not like you know that there was a massive amounts of problems in that house prior to this.
Kids are dead because of your son. That's just an entire brain breaker. Prosper shared a pre-recorded video where he referred to The Walking Dead online at 6:22 a.m. and disposed of 2 mobile phones, believing this would protect a group of pedophiles he talked to on Twitter. At one point, Prosper abandoned the bag containing the shotgun and ammunition in a bush at a playing field.
You can't help crazy, but you sure can put it away. You could put it in the deepest, darkest hole on the planet.
Prosper left his hiding spot.
That's what they did with Hannibal Lecter, and it worked.
Framingham Road toward a passing police car, which he flagged down with a raised hand. Prosper believed that all schools in the area would be locked down, so his plan was foiled and decided to surrender. That's how they caught him. He was charged with 3 counts of murder. This video, like, he had a YouTube channel dedicated to his love of Clementine. Like, it was all documented.
It's on Living.
It's completely fucking crazy. Like, it's unbelievable. Devzel broke my heart. It is wacky to point and laugh at the freak, but this is a genuinely dangerous, unhinged person. What I'm trying to say is that To see you, Hazel's voice actress and co-creator Ship Devzel, broke my heart. She's my wife and I love her more than anything. God hates you for getting in the way of Hazel's and my love. Soon you will feel the universe's wrath. Hazel is mine and mine alone. I love her and she loves me.
You see this? Right here? The FBI needs to be knocking at your door. If the artist turns this over to the police like they should be able to do, and informs them exactly what kind of person would message this, it's for a child's show, right? And she did this to the voice actor. It wasn't even the artist. It was the voice actor for the character. Like, you're sending this to the voice actor of the character that you're schizoing over? Like, the police should be able to immediately arrest you and put you in a padded room. Like, it's asylum all the way. No question, no doubt about it. Especially with how this is worded. No, absolutely not.
I will never forgive you for the hurt you have caused. I suggest you take down all the DevZell posts you made, the interviews mentioning it, and stop shipping them if you want a peaceful life. Hazel is canonically 10 years old, by the way. Well, yeah, that's pretty clear. It's Fairly Odd Parents. That Danny Phantom dude had a YouTube channel too, right? Yep. Oh God, what was it called?
One?
Something Amber. Co-workers. His real name's thought so. Scary stuff, man. Scary killed Kobe. He went by Andrew Blaze. His real name's Randy Stare. But he went by Andrew Blaze online and was obsessed with her from Danny Phantom. It's scary how common this stuff is getting. Feels not safe.
Must be like the Nickelodeon effect or some shit, dude. That's kind of crazy. Like, for real, that's terrifying, bro.
Ireland is going...
So apparently Ireland's got the same problem now, too. All of Ireland is, protesting.
Nights of fuel protests. And not only are they fighting their own police or Gardaí, apparently even their military is getting deployed to defeat their farmers to protect their taxes. As since the war in Iran, fuel shortages have begun countrywide, where their truckers began blocking the roads everywhere, bringing their capital of Dublin to a standstill. As for several nights, the citizens are blocking...
Isn't that where Jacksepticeye is from? Isn't he from Dublin?
...streets, with the farmers leading the charge.
We have Galway Port to the fuel depot completely blocked from end to end, and we are not moving until we get a resolution to this current fuel crisis that's ripping through the country at the minute. Do not go home. Do not leave. We have one chance here, and we have to grasp it with both hands.
Now, I'm no fan of stopping the streets to accomplish something politically, but there's a stark contrast between pleasing, pink-haired, unemployed behavior and the blue-collar farmers that literally feed you. As society could survive without liberal activists forever, but without farmers, we'd collapse within a week. But rather than catering to them, the Irish sent out their police, the Gardaí, in mass standoffs appearing to be outnumbered 10-1.
Peaceful protest, lads.
I don't think you can get guns in Dublin. Don't think it's that easy to get a firearm. Can you own a firearm in Dublin, Ireland? Damn. Okay, so yeah, it's as strict as it would be to own one in like Iran or something. You have to like have a reason for it. You have to have a safe. You have to be certified over the age of 16. Like it's a whole mess.
Lads are linking up.
You have to also let the how you let them know what the gun is for. Like you have to have a valid reason. Hunting is a valid reason. But you have to inform the local, like, city that, you know, that's why you want a gun.
There's 10 tankers coming down the road getting a full yard.
And they have to, like, approve it.
They're waiting already. The tankers are just around the bend over. Absolutely nothing can get through now.
Canada is actively taking away all the guns. So, like...
He and all the other media outlets are reporting that the guards are taking back control, the guards have lost control.
So as of yesterday, they warned the citizens, move or face the full rigors of the law.
By targeting critical infrastructure such as fuel depots and refineries. These are no longer protests, they are blockades. This is not tolerable and it is against the law. In dealing with protests, An Garda Síochána is now moving to an enforcement phase in relation to those impacting on critical infrastructure unless they desist and disperse from these blockades. And Garda Síochána is advising protesters to immediately cease blockades of such critical national infrastructure or face the full rigors of the
And I get it. It's illegal to blockade stuff up. And, you know, you need your farmers. Well, I guess there's just going to have to be a lot of farms that aren't going to be farmers anymore. And then things will change. Because they tried to protest it, and it didn't work. And if that doesn't work, then it's time to stop being farmers. That's just all there is to it. I mean, let's be honest here.
They tried to scare them away.
Possibly being arrested, and on conviction, you'll be liable to a fine of €1,000 or up to 6 months in prison. I would just urge you all to please peacefully remove yourselves from the area. Thank you. What do we think, lads?
What do the people of Ireland say? No! We will not go!
Eventually getting into small scuffles.
Bro, they all sound like Jack. That's got to be the most racist thing I've ever... They all sound so similar.
Remove yourselves from the area. Thank you. What do we think, lads?
What do the people of Ireland say?
They all have that, like, high-pitched, Irish, thick accent.
Eventually getting into small scuffles with their citizens.
Get them off him! Get them off him! Get them off him!
Oh, yeah, no, Ireland people are totally based for doing this, by the way. Oh. Ooh, you see that man? You see that man right there? He's scared. This is what gets people killed in America, right here. Watch this man's stance. You see that? You see him? You see how he immediately stood back up and had his guard up? You see that? He's gonna look straight towards the camera. You see that? You see how he's turning? If he had a gun, he would have just unloaded into the crowd. When you're in this kind of situation where you've got people all around you, that's a scary situation. And you know who I would blame if this man opened up in the middle of that crowd? I wouldn't blame him. I'd blame the people around him. Particularly the guy that attacked him. This is what gets a lot of people killed in situations like what happened with Alex Peretti. If you allow these people to continue abusing these officers like this, you are opening your entire city up to a world of crazy change. That's why they did the right thing, which is deploying the military. That they did the right thing with that. That's the reason why you would deploy the military, right there. Not my right. I don't live in Virginia. Not my right. I live in Texas. So if Virginia doesn't want that, then that's going to be their thing to fight, not mine.
Now, whenever a clip begins the second of the assault,
I don't have to worry about that because I'm in Texas and they're more lax with laws.
Automatically
like that.
Assume the context was purposely deleted, but still doesn't detract from the fact that these arrests will only make it worse, escalating everything as they're now deploying their military.
The numbers have swelled significantly. There are hundreds of people here, and they say they are not going away. The impact of the fuel blockades across the west of Ireland is really taking effect now. There's no diesel in Achill, no fuel in Belmullet, queues in Erris, queuing for fuel.
there is a need to respond and to respond effectively. The Defence Forces will always and can always, through their mechanisms, through the aid to civil power, provide that support. That request was asked this morning of the Defence Forces, and they have responded immediately, and they will, of course, through engagement with the Defence Forces, respond in the most...
Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, you have to keep in mind that it's not even a government law. It's in our Constitution. Like, it's in our Constitution to own firearms. That, like, it trumps the state laws. That's why it's so very, very important that the way Minneapolis turned out in the end turned out the way it did. Because if Minneapolis was able to get away with all those protests and then finally chasing ICE out, you would see people disregarding the Constitution all across the country. You cannot have that. If you take taxpayer money from the federal government, you need to follow federal laws. They trump state government laws. You cannot. That's why an ICE agent can arrest a police officer if they witness a felony being committed. You cannot do that. And no matter how much they think they can, there's a reason why Minneapolis got its ass back in line and you haven't heard anything from them.
Appropriate way, but
where we have capabilities that Garda Síochána may not have. They've asked for certain capabilities for this particular operation, and we'll provide them. I can't go into any details of where those operations are ongoing, but we will be in support of Garda Síochána from today.
Ireland is maybe weeks away from complete collapse, and their justice minister can blame outside actors all they want. It won't change the fact that at some point, the Irish government will need to serve the Irish citizens, as the protesters are nowhere near defeat.
Well, my answer to the army coming in the streets is we have actually a bigger army. So we're not afraid of the army. We're agri-contractors, plant.
Bro, you gonna see these people flipping over tanks with goddamn tractors, bro.
The army will not move this protest, and if any vehicle is touched on that protest, there'll be 10 more to replace it immediately.
What people?
Yeah, I've seen a few of the intersections being cut off, like completely blocked up with tractors and not bulldozers, but a lot of tractors. They're all like parked side by side and tied together. It's so funny, dude, because like, and that's what it is. Like, it's the hardworking Joe is tired of dying for the foreigners that are immigrating and forcing their way into your country and changing your politics. That's what it is. And now they've got the Iran war and the gas prices are skyrocketing. Like, I think what Trump is doing, this shock to the system, is something that needed to happen with countries all over the world to open their eyes of, this is what happens. This what would have happened over a longer period of time anyway. This was going to happen. Now, the gas prices, I'm not 100% sure about. But at the end of the day, the overall problems have been exacerbated by the Iran war. Tremendously. And it would have happened regardless.
Their prison capacity is less than 8,000.
It's like, just imagine if the U.S. never got involved and Israel and Iran were still bombing each other because Trump wasn't in office. It would have happened for another 4 to 8 years. And then what would have happened is Israel most likely would have been able to push back the Iranian regime because of all the intel and missiles they have. And they'd still close the Strait of Hormuz to put pressure on Israel. Like, think about it. It would have taken longer, but it would have been the same outcome. It would have been.
Point, this is still a genuine peaceful protest. The media can villainize the farmers all they want, but as allegedly the gaudy cars are running out of gas, the protesters are given passage to fuel tankers that supply emergency vehicles, and even ambulances are free to pass their block. This really seems the Irish military has an unwinnable war. as more farmers are pouring in support.
Enforcements have arrived in Killarran, lads, with more on the way. This ain't moving tonight. Block it up and solid. And for anyone that doesn't know,
That's pretty
there
cool.
is 1000% an army recovery unit in the Garda station in Wexford. We need to block this.
I can't tell, so I can't make a comment.
Utilizing untowable logging trucks to block the roads.
Damn.
Even bringing in little horse carriages with kids driving in their own trucks for the
Yo,
cause.
that's great.
With UFC superstar Conor McGregor is now supplying food and support, but authorities are allegedly freezing the bank accounts of reporters. It's almost like every single element of this is exactly the same as a freedom convoy in Canada, where the truckers block the roads over the lockdowns and mandates, so the Canadian government villainized, beat, and trampled any.
This would have happened to America. If it had not been for our freedom of speech laws and protection of the press, this would have been America. This would be us right now, boys. I want you to realize that because we have protections that protect us, and they still technically are trying to like, look at Asman. Asman just took a suspension. The media is what we have to worry about. This would be us. Like, you don't understand. This would be our fight just as much, and it still is. We're still fighting this. This is our fight just as much as it is with every other country.
I know, because it doesn't believe we went to the
I mean,
moon.
like, they trying to take the guns away from... Here, yeah, they're trying to take the guns away from Canadians.
Of Canadian gun owners told their government to go themselves. The government's response? Cool. We're sending police to 98% of Canadian gun owners told their government to go themselves. The government's response? Cool. We're sending police to your house.
The declaration period for firearms owners
This is Canada.
Next week. So far, only 2.5% of the estimated 2 million affected firearms have been declared, and 98% of firearms owners haven't made a declaration.
Canada banned 2,500 types of firearms, gave gun owners until March 31st, essentially today, to declare them. 1 week before the deadline, 2.5% compliance. 2.5. That's not a slow rollout. That's a full-on rejection.
So if they're not declaring by next week, what's your plan, Minister?
The plan we have is, as of March the 31st, the time to complete the enrollment will be done. And
Well, like, and you know what's even crazier is think about that television host that kind of went a little viral when he wasn't a host. He was like he was part of like some TV news network, right? And he goes out and he was supposed to live stream, or not live stream, but live host a group of protesters against Trump during the Venezuela Maduro capture. And he walked by this massive group of people that were for the Maduro capture, and he looked on his phone and he was like, they're telling me that I'm not supposed to be showing this, but I'm going to do it anyway because fuck that. And he proceeded to continue on with the broadcast showing the Venezuelan support. And it's like, it's crazy how much they're trying to turn this narrative. Like, at what point does it become blatant malicious behavior?
Anybody against them, then not only debanks the protesters, but anybody that dare support them, showing that even though Ireland's protests are about the rising cost of fuel, it's actually an uprising that's been a long time coming. As of
I kind of wonder if I can't find that video. Hold on. Video of news told not to. I don't know how to fucking spell it's VEN. If I did that. Yeah, this is the guy.
You were playing a clip of the celebration, Rob.
This is the guy. I found it. Hot fucking damn.
All around the world, the Iranians dancing. This is Australia.
PBD podcast. If you want me to take it down, just tell me.
Canada, Switzerland, Britain, France, Germany. There's even a clip of a reporter working for CBS. His boss called.
Okay. Reporter for CBS told not to show protests.
Hello guys, welcome back. So this video is about a big media
No, I don't want that, bro.
You were playing a clip of the celebration, Rob.
Don't want that. I just want the fucking clip, man. Can I not just have the clip? PRO. Actually, that was protests. After they Calimani. I don't know how the fuck you spell that dude's name. Bro's got a crazy name. Whatever. I was trying to find one that I could use on future. Oh, what the fuck? Future streams, but I guess it's just not gonna happen. We'll just have to look at this one and hope that, you know.
We need
I don't care, dude. I want to see the clip.
received from his boss.
No.
The message reportedly told him not to cover Iranian protests, where people were cheering for President Donald Trump and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. These protests were happening after reports about Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. In the video, the reporter...
So you see what I'm saying? Our country doesn't have to worry about our rights being violated as far as the government doing it. But the media is doing it constantly, telling people like me and Asman what we can and can't say, telling news reporters what they should and shouldn't be filming, telling them what not to film, what to film, so that way they can spin their narratives. It is a form of suppression under the Constitution. It bypasses the government altogether and gives it like a sub-government.
Of course, their cost of fuel is an issue, but just highlights how the Irish are being crushed by taxes to fund immigration services. And we knew about Ireland's issues 2 years ago when a newcomer slashed several students. A year after that, the Irish anti-immigration movement has continued. Fast forward to this.
I'm so confused. You're so confusing.
This week, another mass stabbing occurred on Irish kids, where of course the Irish Times won't show an image of him, despite never having an issue showing someone's face before. As of course, hidden inside the article, the attacker isn't exactly Irish. And even when posted on hyper-left Reddit, all the top comments were angry over his multiple knife-related cases, still being let out on probation and never being deported. But more importantly, talking about the cultural incompatibility. So Reddit immediately locked down...
It's true. There's this thing called cultural incompatibility. When you have, like, for example, it's just as an example, you have, like, the Somalians. They have a blood feud in their own country where they're killing each other constantly. You can't expect those people to assimilate with American culture. Like, you're not gonna do that. It's not gonna happen. They're coming from a culture where they've been practically killing each other. It's not, you can't expect people that have been killing each other to just play nice. That's not how it works. That'd be like if you let out like a 5-time criminal that killed 7 people and you just told them to be nice. That's not how it works. You can't just expect that. It's not gonna work.
In this conversation, as mass censorship over this issue can only continue for so long, what started as a fuel protest might just be the flashpoint that unifies the other social issues, as everybody can get together over gas taxes, but then at that...
Bro, what are you doing? What is all this? Bro. Tom, into the algorithm, keep tapping your screen. Thank you. Who the hell is Tom? Spartacus, what? Spartacus, are you a person? I kind of like what he's doing, but at the same time, bro, you're spamming. Like, what you doing, man? Like, calm down. You're spamming, man. How's it going, little bit? I am human. Calm down, man. Like, if you want to do that every now and then, that's fine, but let's calm down a little bit, man. Enough with the spamming, bro. Let's take a chill pill, bro.
Gathering, you hear where exactly those taxes are going. Wait, there was another stabbing?
You want to do it like every 30 minutes to an hour? That'd be fine, but let's calm down.
I didn't hear about that. When did these
scare people off if you keep doing that? That's why.
Here. And as these issues aren't exclusive in Ireland, they're in nearly every European country today. So whatever happens in Ireland this week will likely be the same fate for the entire continent. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today...
Way to sum it up.
Hold on. What the hell is this?
All right, from outer space.
I saw a video today.
Here to talk about
that. Of a fedora tipping gentle sir freaking out, going ballistic, and I thought for sure it was just a skit. It was a staged video.
You know what? We'll save this for tomorrow. We already watched a Charlie video.
Space to overseas right now. Vice President JD.
Yeah, they got they picked up Artemis 2 yesterday. Artemis 2 just touched back down on planet Earth, man. They made it.
Negotiators are in Pakistan for high-stakes peace talks with Iran.
As we said, a lot going on these days. President Trump says he is preparing the military to resume military strikes if a deal is not reached.
Lucas Tomlinson is live in Islamabad with the very latest. Good morning, Lucas.
Good morning, guys. Less than a week after President Trump declared a 2-week ceasefire, Vice President J.D. Vance is already here for the first face-to-face talks with Iran since that ceasefire has been declared and since the war started 6 weeks ago. And it appears to be a war that both sides want to have.
You realize how far technology's come that we were able to not only decide to launch a rocket into space and go to the moon and back without any like hiccups, we did it first try. Like first try out the gate, no issues. Think about how many fuck ups they had with the technology back then and compare that to now. Like, you realize that at one point we had astronauts stuck in space and we sent the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, to go get them, and he got them? Do you understand the leaps in technology we've had over the past 20 years just to be able to do that? Like, typically it would take years to plan for a mission like that. And we literally just dialed up Elon and was like, yo, can you go get them? Well, Trump did that. Trump dialed him up and was like, yo, can you go get these guys? And he was like, yeah, I got you. Like think about that.
Vice president could potentially be the most senior U.S. leader to meet an Iranian official since the 1979 revolution, face to face. And Vice President Vance just met with Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Vance arrived here in Pakistan about 5 hours ago. The president's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner are also here. Vance was met by Pakistan's Army Chief and Field Marshal Asim Munir. He dressed in civilian clothing. Last night, Munir was in a military uniform when he greeted the Iranian delegation when they arrived late last night. Leading the Iranian delegation, the Speaker of Iran's parliament and former mayor of Tehran. Iran's foreign minister is also here, while Air Force Two was en route to Islamabad. Ghalibaf, the Iranian speaker, issued 2 ultimatums before negotiations could proceed: a ceasefire in Lebanon and the release of Iran's blocked assets. Just a few moments ago, before we went on air, guys, a U.S. official is denying that the U.S. has released any assets before these talks have even started. Here was Vice President Vance before departing for the talks here in Islamabad.
I think it's going to be positive. We'll, of course, see. As the President of the United States said, if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith, we're certainly willing to extend the open hand. If they're going to try to play us, then they're going to find that the negotiating team is not that receptive. So we're going to try to have a positive negotiation. The President has gave us
they should have said that. I mean, they should know that prior to Vance even getting there. He already said that. It felt like they were sending like AI want lists of what the Iran government wants. And he's talked about how he just threw that shit in the garbage, and it's obviously, I mean, why wouldn't you?
We're going to see.
And President Trump telling the New York Post, quote, "We have a reset going. We're loading up the ships with the best ammunition, the best weapons ever made, even better than what we did previously. We blew them apart. And if we don't have a deal, we'll be using them, and we will be using them very effectively." Some key issues hanging over these talks as more U.S. forces arrive in the region with 2 key issues.
They were never gonna like. I mean, I'm sure Trump knows this. He's gonna spin it to the media like they're trying to do talks. But let's be honest with everyone here. Do you really think that they were ever going to come to the table and talk? They had damn near 3 weeks prior when the entire Armada was at Venezuela to sit down at the peace talking table, and they didn't do it. And they openly stated they have nukes and that they're trying to make them, like that they are trying to make the nukes. It's insane. It really is. Like the amount of like just straight up
also the future
bullshit. It's bullshit
of Iran's nuclear program, and it appears that the Iranians.
I think that Trump is trying to say that the talks look very good, simply to put the public at ease. But I'm sure that there are strings and plays being done behind closed doors that are so methodical and thought out that whenever everything goes the way they want it to, it will be just like how they captured Maduro. It'll be completely fell swoop done and over with. I was hoping that it would be like that whenever they first got there, but it doesn't seem like it, and I don't know what the hell they're doing with the straight up. Like, how do you miss that? Or maybe it was intentional? I don't know. I don't know.
That Vice President J.D. Vance is here in Islamabad to lead the talks after previous talks before the war failed, guys.
So, Lucas, real quick, Iran's parliament speaker, Mohammad Ghalibaf, put these preconditions for the talks to start that included ceasefire in Lebanon and unfreezing of assets. Is there any indication that this is in jeopardy of starting?
What are you, like 7? I certainly hope that you're not a full-grown man making fun of somebody who's stuttering. I really hope that you are not a full-grown man that gets into another person's comments and makes fun of them stuttering. I certainly hope that's not what you're doing. Right, probably some kind of weird teacher. I'm just gonna perma you. You're not even, like, you're not gonna say anything of substance anyway. If all you want to do is sit there and make fun of somebody's fucking, like a stutter, you're cooked in the head.
Starting, and then on top of that question, I see where you are.
That's that third world mentality I'm talking about right there, boys.
Is there an indication that once the talks start, if they do, that we'll see something?
We were told before the trip to be wary of what the Iranians are putting out, Griff, and just a few minutes ago, the Iranian side said that the U.S. had agreed to release these assets, billions of dollars
nobody
in
now.
sanctions relief. But just moments before coming on air, Griff, a senior U.S. official denied that any sanctions relief had taken place, saying simply, we haven't even sat down to begin.
No, it's just some idiot making fun of a stutter.
Just
like,
wrapping up a meeting with Pakistan.
That's the kind of shit you expect from a 7-year-old. Oh, you stuttering? Like, what the fuck? How old are you, man?
It's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, and has not yet.
This is one of the reasons why I think we need to get these damn kids off the internet right there. There's no way a full-grown man did that.
Met face-to-face with the Iranian delegation. And by the way, there's no guarantee that Vance will be meeting face-to-face with the Iranian side. Pakistan is mediating these.
And then we'll talk. You do realize... Well, first off, you're obviously just somebody that's trying to be a jackass. You do realize that some people can't control stuttering? You know that that's not something that they're able to do. Like, how could you possibly have that mindset? Like, for example, think about... what's that fucking guy, Stephen Hawking's? He couldn't talk at all. You see, I know that you're a third worlder, and I know that you know that I know you're a third worlder, because whenever you have to attack somebody's speech by sitting there and talking about their stutter, or how somebody looks, or how they dress, instead of talking about the conversation, it's because you're too illiterate and stupid from all the communist propaganda that's being shown in your schools to understand what the actual intellectual people are talking about in the world. So all you can do is sit there like a 7-year-old and make fun of people stuttering. You do realize that a lot of people don't have a choice but to stutter because it's just in their, like, it's part of their brain. They can't just they didn't choose to be that way. No different than Stephen Hawking chose to be in a fucking wheelchair as a fucking vegetable. Like, that mentality right here, this is the, well, if you're sick, then walk it off, or better yet, the nobody has a mental illness mentality. You don't need medicine. This is the mentality that I will gladly ban without any nothing. I'm just gonna ban you because you're so fucking stupid. There's nothing that I'm gonna say or do that's gonna give you more lumps on your brain to help you learn. It's as smooth as it's as smooth as a damn tabletop in there, and there's nothing anybody's gonna do to help you.
these talks, and just like we saw in Oman, these exchange of
especially acting like that.
Place, but the vice president is here in Islamabad to lead the talks, and he would be the most senior U.S. official to meet an Iranian delegation since before the 1979 revolution, guys.
You know, Lucas, you'd given some biographical points about the Iranian side of the negotiations. What do we know about them personally in the sense of, you know, how much of hardliners are they? What can we sort of expect from, you know, how they'll be pursuing these negotiations?
If I heard you correctly, Lisa, a little distance here, some 7,000 miles away. You know, President Trump wants to see the Strait of Hormuz open.
They're not just smooth brains. They also got the, like, they also have this mentality and this attention span of a fucking dinner plate. They can't see past the fucking dinner plate. I can't expect you to even begin to wrap your head around a lot of the complex shit that we talk about. I know that a lot of it comes out like an idiot rambling, but if you kind of like cohesively spit and glue together everything I'm trying to say, eventually it makes sense.
That's a big issue.
It's because I'm trying to process and send out as much information as I can before I lose the train of thought.
We heard from General Keane, Iran shut down the Strait of Hormuz to stop the war, and the U.S. has effectively stopped the war. But the White House has insisted all week that this war was only going to last 4 to 6 weeks. Today marks 6 weeks since the start of the war, Lisa.
Well, Lucas, I don't know if you can hear me. What I wanted to know is, for the Iranian side, are they
how's it going, numbers?
What do we know about them personally in the way that they might
Oh,
be
yeah, everything's going great. Hope all is well with you.
Well, Ghalibaf, the former mayor of Tehran, who is the Iranian speaker, he is someone that some on the U.S. side, the Trump administration, think they can deal with. He's a hardliner, certainly has a career in the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, but he is someone that the Trump administration thinks...
Why the hell?
They can negotiate with. If they didn't, Lisa, Vice President Vance and Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner would not have boarded those planes and flown here to Islamabad. So it's someone they do feel like they can negotiate with. But as we just saw in the weeks prior.
Sub to the channel, hit like on the stream, helps out with them views. We're here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Every day we're here. So
for over a month of around-the-clock bombing, some 13,000 airstrikes. If these talks don't bear fruit, the U.S. military's finger is still on the triggers, we were told, and this war could resume.
Yeah. Thank you, Lucas. Good stuff.
Thanks, Lucas.
Certainly high stakes.
All right, well, stunning accusations are being leveled against California Congressman Eric Swalwell. 4 women have now come forward accusing Swalwell of sexual assault and misconduct. Let's get right to it with Chanley Painter, who has more. Chanley.
Hey, good morning. So the California congressman has now taken to social media, denying the accusations of rape and sexual misconduct. Watch.
These allegations of sexual assault are flat false. They are absolutely false, and I will fight them with everything that I have. I have certainly made mistakes in judgment in my past, but those mistakes are between me and my wife. And to her, I apologize deeply for putting her in this position.
As you heard,
the hell does that mean?
Dad of 3 apologized to his wife of 9 years. He also apologized to his constituents. And it all comes after multiple women came forward lodging allegations, including a former staffer who claims he raped her in 2024 when she was intoxicated, and also claimed that in 2019...
Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Because, like, it doesn't really matter what he says if she was actually intoxicated and there are eyewitnesses that saw that she was, like, heavily intoxicated. That's going to be a real rough one to get out of. That's going to be rough. I mean, if he knew that she wasn't in the right mind, he needs to go to jail, straight up. That ain't even a question about it. Like, that's just wrong, man. That's fucked. Nah, like, he did worse than that. Like, that's just ground level stuff. What are we lying about? You there are all lying, and you're pure as the driven snow. Oh, wait, not me. Who is that? There's somebody that keeps getting called out, and I don't see it. Where's it at? It wasn't you. It's YH? I don't see a YH here. Am I missing it? Hey, look, man, I'm not a law person. I don't know. I can't speak law. Give me some cracked ribs and an unconscious person, I might be able to get you some help. But I can't speak law. I don't even see it. Whatever. We're gonna move on though. I'm not gonna sit here and try to dig up somebody. Oh yeah, no, he most likely is. Like, I mean, obviously, the first thing you're gonna do if you've got those heavy allegations and you're in like a form of political power, or for that matter, like, it's interesting how he went to Instagram immediately. It's crazy to think that we live in a world where politicians will immediately go to like social media, like Instagram, to announce something like that. It's insane.
To him in a hotel room. Watch.
5 of us were having some drinks. At some point, it was time to go home. I got in an Uber. I was taken to the Aloft Dublin Pleasant Inn where he was staying. I don't remember what happened that night, but I know that there was sexual contact, because when I woke up in the morning, I could feel that there was.
According to CNN, at least 3 other women also accused Swalwell of sexual misconduct, ranging from unwanted touching to unsolicited nude pictures by Swalwell.
What the fuck? Bro, you're done. You're so done, it's not even funny. You're done. Get out of here, bro. You piece of shit. You're garbage. Get out of here.
And now Democrats are coming out in force, yanking their endorsements of him for California governor and demanding he drop out of the race.
Damn, well, there it is.
Nancy Pelosi saying, quote, this extremely sensitive matter must be appropriately investigated with full
Oh, she's a fossil at this point. How is this woman still around? Damn, how old is she?
Transparency and accountability. As I discussed with Congressman Swalwell, it is clear that is best done outside of gubernatorial campaign.
86.
The House Democratic
Jeez,
Leader
man.
Hakeem Jeffries
We got to
saying,
get these old people out of our damn politics, man. They throwing this country into the garbage, bro.
disturbing sexual assault
The
accusations.
hell? If you have to ask your granddaughter or grandson how a phone works, you don't need to be in politics.
We call
Holy
for a
shit.
swift investigation into these incidents and for the congressman to immediately end his campaign to be California's next governor.
2 days
Jeffrey's
older than
statement
dirt.
Was met with some backlash online for not asking Swalwell to also step down from Congress. Guys, back to you.
And those are some headlines indeed. Wow.
Yeah. Quite a
All right.
story. Thank you, Chandler.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox.
Positive. We'll, of course, see. As the President of the United States said, if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith, we're certainly willing to extend the open hand. If they're going to try to play us, then they're going to find that the negotiating team is not that receptive. So
Yeah, no, but that's fine, though. That's fine if you need some help with your phone. But you shouldn't be running politics. And here's the reason why. We have gambling and child predators around in Roblox and in like in gaming in general. We have these gotcha games where you spend money, you get this case, you roll it, kind of like how you put a coin into a machine and you pull the wheel, the handle, and you see it's a slot machine, right? It's effectively what it is. Can't have people run in your country that can't sit there and say that opening up a pack of Pokemon cards isn't gambling. That's totally what the fuck it is. Why do you open up a pack of Pokemon cards? To get a really good card, so maybe hopefully you can sell it, right? Like, it's obvious that it's gambling. Anybody that doesn't look at opening up cards in a pack that's randomized as anything other than gambling, you're cooked. That's what it is. The same thing with all these damn games. People open up all these boxes that they get on these games or all these like loot crates or whatever the fuck. They get all these skins and then they sell the account. I mean, it's... come on.
We're going to try to have
it's
a
gambling.
Negotiation. The president has gave us some pretty clear guidelines, and we're going to see.
Hey, you could be at home all day long, all you want, asking people for your phone, but you shouldn't be out there trying to make policies on shit you don't even comprehend. That's what I'm trying to say is...
Vice President Vance laying out expectations for talks with Iran as he arrives in Pakistan this morning. Joining us to discuss, former ambassador to the United Nations for President George W. Bush and United Against Nuclear Iran CEO and founder Mark Wallace. So great to see you this morning, Mark. Thank you for joining us. So first of all, just kind of set this up for us. What are you expecting to see over the next couple of days out of Pakistan?
Well, I think, first of all, thank you for having me on, and good morning. Look, I think Vice President Vance really summed up quite well what we would call the Trump doctrine. I think President Trump, and actually
I hope you didn't just leave that comment and roach out, because now I'm going to ask you a question. And we're going to see if that mental capacity can hold up or not. So, in America, as long as I'm not threatening anybody or advocating for the harm of anybody, I can say pretty much whatever I want. So, why should I? Why should I listen to you? It's your only comment, and you commented once, and you probably just roached out, right? I would assume you immediately roached out once you said it because you knew. Because you're a coward that just wants to bully people because your life sucks, right? You don't have anything going for you. You're mad that you can't make a YouTube channel and make it work. Right? And you just want to silence people because your life sucks, so you want other people's life to suck. Here's some advice for you. Seek help. Because nobody listens to idiots. And if you think that anybody listens to you, that just really shows how stupid you are.
Vice President Vance used a phrase that was first used by President Obama.
Gotta crush the cockroaches as they pop out.
Obama was extending a hand of diplomacy and said, we're ready to do a deal, meaning here are the elements of a deal that we need. We're ready to negotiate in good faith. But the difference is really for the first time in 47 years, President Trump is willing to back that up with a military option if Iran does what it usually does, delay or obfuscate, or actually not even attend the negotiations. It's interesting, even the players that appear to have come from Iran to attend these negotiations. And it looks like that leadership is a little bit uncertain and maybe even fractured, but it's interesting who actually showed up.
I love how quickly that comment popped up. Someone said free Palestine immediately. Someone was like another Hassan Piker fanboy.
From Iran.
Do you think that Iran realizes...
Bro, Palestine and Israel bullshit's over with. That's done. Get with the program. Like, that's done. Nobody's being paid to protest that anymore.
That President Trump does still have his finger on the trigger?
Well, I think that if the Trump doctrine isn't clear...
The Democrats had to shift gears because all their fucking voters are getting deported now.
Name as the Trump doctrine.
They had to shift the money flow.
This presidency so far. President Trump has made clear, for example, in Venezuela and other places that he means business. If he is absolutely ready to make a deal, and if he don't make a deal, he's holding firm to his terms and says, look, we will pursue our imperatives militarily if necessary. It actually very much reminds me of President Reagan negotiating with Mikhail Gorbachev during the fall of the Soviet Union.
All right, I want to play a quick clip of President Trump talking about what he wants out of these negotiations. Watch this.
All right. See you tomorrow, Libbit. Or whenever you pop in again. We're here at all 7 days, by the way. We're here all 7 days at 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. So we're here every day, and if you miss the stream, don't worry about it. We the streams are always up unless I get a copyright on it. Then it'll be on a different platform, like Rumble or Twitch or Kick. So sub to the channel if you're new here. Check out that channel membership. There is a channel membership, W channel membership owners. I hit like on the stream, but yeah, please sub to the channel. Every little bit helps, boys.
What a good deal look like.
We finally got enough channel memberships on the channel. The channel members are now on the front page, boys. The channel members are on the front page now. So if you go to the channel, look at that. Look at that. W channel members. W channel members. It told me that it had to be 8 and above. We're at 20. We're at 20. I was like, damn, the love. W.
No nuclear weapon, number one. You know, I think it's already been regime change, but we never had that as a...
Yeah, W subbed. Don't feel obligated to get the channel thing, by the way. Don't feel obligated, because I know that there are some of y'all that tune in that have like family members or friends that'll alienate you based on how you speak about certain people in politics right now. I get it. Here's a little tip for you. Whenever you get done watching the stream every day, go down into the history and remove the stream. Don't get yourself alienated, because there's a lot of them out there that are willing to immediately start attacking. Like, even if you wear a red hat that says MAGA on it, people are ready to like fist fight you in the streets. I never thought my grandfather would be rolling over in his fucking grave to this day if he knew that he fought for a country where wearing a fucking hat could get you assaulted. My grandfather would be pissed.
Criteria. No nuclear weapon. That's 99% of it.
Strait of Hormuz as well?
Yeah, but that'll open up automatically. The answer is yes, but the strait will open up. If we just left, the strait's going to, otherwise they make no money. So we do have other countries coming up, and they'll...
And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way at all. You shouldn't be attacked because you're wearing something. That's crazy.
Help out, but we don't
start putting these people in jail, man.
It is kind of remarkable. A lot of Trump detractors have tried to obfuscate what Trump has laid out from the beginning that he wants out of this campaign. But President Trump has remained pretty clear about what he wants out of this campaign.
He has, and in various really talking point moments, he's done long form as well. He's laid out...
And by the way, whenever I was saying go and remove her from the... I'm not saying don't watch the stream. I'm saying do that after the stream. So that way, you know, if you got somebody that's going through your phone and stuff, which, by the way, if you have somebody like that in your life, you need to leave them. Because that kind of toxicity you don't need in your life. Nobody should be dealing with that. That's crazy.
Nuclear weapons, no more advanced ballistic missiles, no more ballistic missiles that can reach the United States, restrictions on their drone program, limiting their terrorist...
You know what's funny is that's exactly how I feel, but I am not allowed to say that on stream for court reasons. So I got to be careful with that.
Proxies. And frankly, ending the tax that has been the Strait of Hormuz for 47 years, an incredible drag on the global economy. He's laid all of those things out.
Man, it's so bad. They're out there like pushing and beating up on like elderly men and women just for wearing like their attire. Like, yeah, dude, just imagine if that was a Korean hat, a Korean war hat, or a Vietnam hat with medals on it. And then you somehow magically offend, like, I don't know, like a Vietnamese family or something like that. Like, think about that. How could you like, dude?
Various times and then package them up. Clearly, Iran's pursuit of a nuclear weapon in combination with their ballistic missiles is a threat to our allies and partners in the region, and really, in the short term, if allowed to continue, a threat to the United States of America.
Yeah. Obviously, you know the United Nations very well. Are you surprised by the degree to which so many of these countries who have such vital interests in the Strait of Hormuz have simply just like walked away and said, yeah, we're not getting involved in this?
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Speaking on this, I do have something I wanted to show. Here, I found this today.
Gentlemen, it's a new world. North Korea is reportedly distancing itself from longtime partner Iran in the hopes of improving ties with the United States. Very, very smart.
Everybody wants a piece of the U.S. It's just like Asmongold, man. Everybody's talking about him. Everybody's thinking about him. That's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. You know how many people got into the comments and said, well, North Korea is going to do this? And it's like, nah, man, North Korea ain't going to do shit. North Korea wants a piece of the pie. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. The pie's good. You should try some sometime.
I do think, look, I'm a devoted Atlanticist and a consummate defender of NATO, but I am very disappointed. When you look at the way our NATO and European allies sought help with Ukraine,
Did Kim Jong-un grow up in... No shot, really. Hold on. Where did Kim Jong-un grow up in? Yeah, I guess he would have to have been, right? Because North Korea wasn't a thing. Switzerland. Okay, good. He's not a painter. He's not a... Guys, it's okay. Relax. He wasn't trying to go to school for painting. Don't do it! He went to Switzerland. He was in Switzerland. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Huh.
I support as well. When Iran was launching some 6,000 Shahed drones with Russia at Ukraine and Europe, and the Europeans took until January this year even to designate the IRGC, and really have said participated in no material way. But look, you just did an incredible package. I've been riveted by the television of our space program. There is one nation that has the ability militarily to do all these things, and that's us. And really, our European allies, they should be in a coalition with us, and they should offer more, and hopefully they're spending more in their defense budget. But we have to be serious. They should at least be their name.
Indeed. Mark Wallace, thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm
that and the possible use of reconciliation to get Homeland Security funding across the line. Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, he's chairman of the Senate Budget Committee. Senator, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Let's first talk about Iran and where we are ahead of these peace talks in Islamabad. How do you see it? I know you talked to the president this afternoon.
Yeah, I did. Well, number one, I'm glad we're trying to solve it through diplomacy. What are we looking for? An Iran that can't build nuclear ballistic missiles to hit Europe or us. We're looking for them to get out of the state sponsor of terrorism.
Oh, thanks
business.
for the 100 joules, W Sunday.
Their quest to create a nuclear bomb because we fear they will use it. I've never felt better about the state that Iran is in. As we talk to them about ending this war, President Trump has done everything and then some to weaken them. And if they say no now, that tells you how crazy they are.
The strait, opening the strait, making sure it's a free flow. It seems like it's a contentious issue.
It is, but we'll get there. I talked to him about the straits. We cannot allow a terrorist state like Iran to control navigable water. The straits are vital to oil deliveries, mostly for Europe, but he's not going to allow them to control the straits. He's not going to allow them to have ballistic missiles. He's not going to allow them to keep 900 pounds of highly enriched uranium. He's set red lines, and these red lines are reasonable. I saw...
If you go to the channel and you, you do the, I think if you're on your phone and you, hold it down or refresh the page, it should pop up. If it might take a little bit because whenever I close the stream here, I don't do it on the weekends, but I do it throughout the week. When I close this stream, I I have to get some things set up and let them like download and stuff. So like it takes me like within 10 minutes. If I say that I'm going to do the fishing stream, I'll do it for sure. So just kind of just keep sliding up on the page. Give me like 5-10 minutes and then I'm usually able to like put it up again. But if you go to like the actual YouTube page, like my page, then it should like, if you refresh it every so often, it should eventually pop up.
John Kerry, a war of choice. They were within 2 or 3 weeks, Iran, from having enough uranium to build 8 to 10 bombs. How do you get 60% uranium? Everything John Kerry, Obama, and Biden did failed.
Yo, Big Rob. Big Rob. It's Big Rob. I kept trying to see 2 G's for whatever reason. Big
They're
Rob.
not supposed to have
That's a channel member
above
right there. He's got the green name.
3.5%. They've been cheating. They bragged about enough 60% uranium, which there's no peaceful purpose for having that. To go to 90 is 2 or 3 weeks, and you got 8 to 10 bombs. So
I don't know why they're sending JD Vance to Pakistan. It's supposed to be for a peace treaty with Iran, but like, what the fuck? Why? I just think that's a bad idea, man. I just don't think that is a good idea. I'm sorry.
Trump had to act. So
I don't
John
think that's a
Kerry
good idea
and
at
everybody
all.
like John Kerry allowed Iran to get away literally with murder when it comes to missiles and their enrichment program, and those days are over.
You say these red lines, the strait being open, getting the uranium out?
Yeah, the 900 pounds that resides in Iran, if it went to 90%, would produce 8 to 10 nuclear bombs. It could be used now for Iran to get away literally with murder when it comes to missiles and their enrichment program, and those days are over. They've been cheating. They bragged about enough 60% uranium, which there's no peaceful purpose for having that. To go to 90 is 2 or 3 weeks, and you got 8 to 10 bombs. So Trump had to act. So John Kerry and everybody like John Kerry allowed Iran to get away literally with murder when it comes to missiles and their enrichment program, and those days are over.
You say these red
Exactly.
lines, the strait being open.
And I love that whenever America attacked Iran, they kept saying that we were the ones that broke the treaty. You do realize that having the enriched uranium above like, I think it's 6 or 12, immediately null and voided that treaty. That was the peace treaty that we had with Iran, that they weren't allowed to do that, and they broke it. And they bragged about it, too. That's the crazy part. And even if they had lied to the IAEA, they still would have gotten found out by the IAEA. So
getting the uranium out?
Yeah, the 900 pounds that resides
why
in
else would you try to enrich uranium into a like, they put it in a mountain. Why would you enrich uranium in a mountain? Come on.
If it went to 90%, would produce 8 to 10 nuclear bombs. It could be used now for a dirty bomb. That's non-negotiable. It's going to be like Libya. They're going to turn it over to us. That's the goal, to make sure they never can produce missiles to hit Europe or us, get out of financing terrorism, and no enrichment. John Kerry and that whole crowd gave Iran a small enrichment program, and what happened? It turned into a big enrichment program, enough uranium to produce 8 to 10 bombs. So the last guy on the planet I'd listen to about Iran would be John Kerry.
Vice President Vance and Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner have been given this mandate by the president, and they know when to walk away if the Iranians say...
Number one, I'm glad they're going. So to the Vice President, give it your best shot. I'm glad we're trying to end this war the right way. It's not between war and peace. That's seldom your options. What do you do with a crazy man like Hitler? You stop him. People were afraid to confront him. What do you do about a regime that's been chanting death to America, death to Israel, and trying to build enough 8 to 10 bombs? You stop them. If we can do it through diplomacy, it's the preferred outcome.
And that's what they did, too. Whenever they got there around the shores, like, they were already doing peace talks. They tried to get them to come to the table, and they wouldn't do it. And then they started crying and saying that America broke the treaty whenever the bombs started dropping. Well, maybe you should have came to the table. We gave y'all like 3 weeks while we were dealing with Venezuela. What is there even to talk about here? You know, it's crazy. Like, nobody wants war, but at the same time, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. There's not a world that we live in where a bunch of radical terrorists in a foreign country getting their hands on nukes ends well for the rest of the world.
This way, the conditions have been set by Donald Trump to get the most favorable negotiation I've ever seen.
And you think they're talking to the right people? Because the public voice in Iran, who's on X and every place else, is much different than what I hear is negotiating behind the scenes.
All I can say is the right people are the ones the Iranians picked. There is nobody in the regime that's normal. But having said that, maybe we can get a deal. President Trump, keep pursuing the deal. Vice President Vance, make sure the deal does not empower the Iranians.
I want to ask you about just some criticism within the Republican Party. Peggy Noonan with the Wall Street Journal, she references the Trump's truth socials. The whole civilization will die tonight.
Yeah.
Open the effing straight, you crazy bastard. She says you destabilize the world when, as the American president, you say such things. You make all the babies in this delicately poised, always not downable world less safe. You rob your own nation to claim the moral seriousness in military action in which it's engaged. She goes on to say it allows them to pretend they're fighting for the continuation of their people, not only the continuation of their regime. How do you deal with that criticism?
If you're looking for her to have the Iranians change their behavior, she's the problem, not the solution. He's talking to a specific audience. He's not talking to Peggy Noonan. He's talking to bloodthirsty killers who have slaughtered 45,000 people who demand...
That's what really gets me. Is that, and I love that he gets angry when he says that because he deserves to be angry. These people killed 45,000 of their own citizens for peaceful protesting. You're not going to make a deal with somebody that is willing to genocide 45,000 people by rolling around on quad bikes and four-wheelers with AKs and ARs. You're not going to make a deal with these people. They will do the same thing to the world what they've done to their own country. If they are willing to kill their own base to maintain power, what do you think they will do to the world? Let that sink in.
The Iranians change their behavior. She's the problem, not the solution. He's talking to a specific audience. He's not talking to Peggy Noonan. He's talking to bloodthirsty killers.
This is called suicidal empathy. There is a word for this. Suicidal empathy is what this is.
Who have slaughtered 45,000 people who are demanding a better life, took a girl off a bus, 16, and beat her to death because she didn't wear a headscarf.
So you think the language is okay?
I think the outcome is what I'm looking for. And if you're talking to
How's it going, Nicholas?
homicidal maniacs, you need to speak the language they can understand. To all these people who want to criticize Trump, what did you do with Iran?
I don't care about history. History is what it is, history. Learn the lessons from it. Do you think that we shouldn't have fought the Nazis back? Or were the gas chambers just not dark enough? Is that it? The piles of wedding rings from all the dead people, that just wasn't enough? How about the fact that they melted those wedding rings down and used it to make bombs to kill more people? What about all the people they experimented on? I guess we should have just let the Nazis take over the world, huh? A lot of people speaking German right now.
He's the first guy to take this regime on. He's destroyed their nuclear capability. He's obliterated their missile program. We're not done yet. I hope we can end this through diplomacy. But I'll tell you this, to the Iranians, I just talked to Trump today. If you don't take this deal, you're going to regret it.
All right. Speaking of deals, news on reconciliation and funding DHS?
Yeah, the reconciliation train is on the tracks. We're going to have a very specific bill coming out before June 1st that will fund the Border Patrol and ICE for the entire...
Do you think that we would have lived in a world where we didn't have to go to war to fight Hitler? That was the question. You've been very vocal with this suicidal empathy, but do you think that there is a world where we couldn't have fought the Nazis? That's the question. Someone named, and you keep talking about history, but now that I brought up history, You're not answering the question. History speaks before you. Stop vague posting. It's a yes or no answer. Could we have stopped the Nazi regime by trying to make a peace deal with them? Yes or no, and the next thing that that comes out no. Okay. So you just proved your own thing wrong. So you know what time it is. Are we gonna ban him? Or are we gonna let him stay? Because you're being a problem. Your suicidal empathy might work on Reddit, but it's not gonna work here, man. I'm sorry. I don't care how old you say you are. If you don't understand that, you're probably in the wrong place. Ooh, that poll looking rough, boys. Ooh, he might be getting saved. 59%. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. See, this is what I love about my country, is that not only do I live in a place where I can vote, I can let other people vote. Isn't this great? This place great? I was literally okay. It looks like you're gonna be safe. Because it doesn't seem to be, and I don't want to be like, well, I'm just gonna hold it here and da 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 da. No, you're good. You're fine. You're not gonna get banned. I do like the arguments that you're presenting. I do. I'm not hating on you that much, but I'm trying to get down to the roots of the mentality. And I'm telling you right now that what you're displaying is that empathy. I don't want to keep saying the S part of it, but you can't let a murderer into your house and expect them to eat at your table, dine with your kids, and not end up killing somebody. That's not how it works. These people have screamed death to America for 47 years. They captured American soldiers, beat the fuck out of them, killed them, made America pay them millions of dollars, billions of dollars, so they can make missiles to bomb innocent people all across the Middle East. It's not... You can't negotiate with somebody like Saddam Hussein. Bro bombed the Twin Towers, or like flew planes into the Twin Tower. You're not going to negotiate with somebody like that.
Years left of President Trump. Not one Democrat.
They're killers. These are people that have lowered the age of consent to join their military to the age of 12. 12. That means that they're going door to door and ripping children away from their parents and throwing them in front of soldiers as meat shields in their military. You're not going to come up with a deal with these people that results in anything that's going to be long term. I'm sorry, you're not going to.
Patrol funding. Not one Democrat supports ICE funding. As budget chairman, I can do this through reconciliation without one Democratic vote. I told President Trump, we're going to deliver. We're going to give you the money you need to run the Border Patrol and ICE for the rest of your presidency without one Democratic vote.
And the rest of DHS with the Senate bill, the House kind of wants reconciliation to go first before they do all that other stuff.
We're going to do it first to prove to the House that we got the votes. But when you do what I just said, fund ICE and Border Patrol with the deal we've had, then you got DHS in a good shape. Here's what I want the American people to know. Is
questions unless you think I'm a fool, and I'm not that. No, you're a suicidal, empathetic fool. You are. You absolutely are. And you know what the best part about this being my channel is? Is that at the end of the day, if the dictator wants to ban somebody, he's going to ban somebody because you're just a fucking moron. Go take your suicidal empathy over to Reddit. Have fun with that.
As dangerous as the world is, the Democratic Party will not give money to the Border Patrol at a time of great danger and peril. ICE can be reformed, but they want to put it
literally completely obliterated every argument he made, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why you just can't with these people.
Someone I know who doesn't believe we went to the moon. So I said, what kind of evidence would convince you? He said, images of the landing site of the Apollo missions. So I said, okay, here's a website where we sent an orbiter to the moon so that it was close enough, because ground-based telescopes, they don't have the resolution to see the landing sites. But if you get close enough to the moon, you can. It photographed the entire surface of the moon, and there were the landing sites, and you saw the rover tracks, the base for the lunar module. That night, he went home and found it. Then he came back and says, NASA could have faked that. Well, I'm done with you. We have no more.
He talked about, for example, oh, well, history should be the thing that you go to. Wars are never a good thing. Wars aren't a good thing, but whenever you're dealing with a race of people that are systematically slaughtering, genociding 45,000 people, Ring people in their prisons because they're not wearing a fucking piece of shit headscarf correctly, and then killing them, beating them to death, killing a wrestler because he quote unquote killed a cop. Here's the thing. The police have guns. You know who doesn't have guns? The members of their public. Don't sit here and try to act like you won anything, man. You tried to use history as your go-to, and I brought up the Nazi regime. You couldn't reason with the Nazi regime. You know what happened to them? They're all fucking dead. Look at Japan as an instance. You want to talk about history? What did the Japanese do? They bombed Pearl Harbor. They were so fucking set on their ideals that we had to nuke them twice. When you've got soldiers running at you with grenades in their hands to blow you and themselves up, or kamikaze pilots, there is always a way. There's always a way. Let history be history, and let the future be what's not set in stone. Keep moving forward. What can we change today to make tomorrow better? I'm not thinking for myself. I don't give a fuck about history. What can we change today for our kids? Taking out a terroristic regime on the fucking ass side of the planet, that's a pretty good start. Your suicidal empathy will get us all killed. And history has proven this time and time again. The Nazi regime, the Japanese people, North and South Korea, Vietnam, it stands solid every time. You're talking in such vagueness that you can't even, I can talk specifically. I bring up the war, I bring up what they did in the war. I don't have to talk in vagueness because my arguments sound and solid. I don't have to waste people's time with nonsense.
Splashdown confirmed at 7:07 p.m. Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time. A perfect bullseye splashdown for Integrity and its 4 astronauts. That would put the end of the mission at a mission elapsed time of 9 days, 1 hour, 31 minutes, 35 seconds. Jubilation here in the flight control room. The first crew member is out of integrity.
Jubilation indeed. Artemis 2 astronauts returned to Earth after a successful splashdown. They spent nearly 10 days in outer space, traveling 252,756 miles away from the Earth, the farthest any human.
We could have supported the protesters instead of targeting every. Trump did. Trump warned the Iranian regime that if any of those protesters were publicly executed, that it'd be over for them. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't publicly execute them. They privately did it. So tell me what book I need to read that's going to tell me about the current events in Iran right now. What book do I need to read? So what book do I need to read that's going to tell me about the current events in Iran? And if the next thing isn't a book name, it's an automatic perma. Read the news. Read the news. That's not a book. That's not a book. Damn. That sucks for you, don't it? It's because there is no book, dimwit. Don't come into my comments and tell me to read a book about current events, fucktard. It just shows how stupid you are. Come on. Let's use a little bit of brain power. It doesn't take much.
NASA astronaut
The
Andrew Allen, and a former Marine aviator, and just your reaction.
Oh, morning, Fox Crusader.
I mean, I've been wowed all morning. I stayed up late watching all of the coverage. What are your thoughts this morning?
Oh, great. I mean, it was such a great tribute, such a great day, such a great moment, a defining moment, I think, for the nation, as well as the astronauts and everybody else. There's been a lot of tributes. I'm jealous because I wish I was there. But at the same time, there's so many tributes that have been going out just to recognize.
Yeah, you're just gonna get a perma. You're just weird, dude. You're a fucking weirdo.
Another
Go take your drugs, man. Get out of here.
The tens of thousands of people that have made all of this work, right?
What a weirdo.
This has really been a national effort. There's businesses across all 50 states.
Oh yeah, no. Like I was looking at his thing and I was like, he's probably just somebody that's trying to insult some. Just it's not even worth it's not even worth.
Small businesses, and probably 40% or more are small businesses. So all the way down to the mom and pop shops. Everybody put in their best effort. Everybody put in their care and commitment. And at the end of the day, this is really the secret sauce that makes.
Bro, what other country in the world is at war with a foreign country and also flying to around the moon? Like, think about that, dude. Like, and you want to tell me this isn't the greatest country in the world? W America. Let's go.
That makes this thing work and makes America great.
The secret sauce of some of the smartest individuals that the country has to offer, dreaming big, working together. Talk to me, Andrew, about we're not done. I mean, it is Artemis 3, 4, 5. They're going to go in 2027, and you see that they're going to test those launch the lunar rovers. But then by 2028, you're literally going to have a presence on the moon, and maybe by the end of 2028, an actual beginning of the moon base. Talk to me about these next missions.
Sure, ambitious.
Yeah, 2028, they're actually going to start building a moon base, bro. Let's go.
But doable. From the SLS.
Maybe they saw that movie Martin or Martian or whatever that the movie was called with I can't think of his name, where he gets like stranded on the moon or on Mars and he has to like start like doing stuff like pooping into the thing and then making the plants grow from it. You know, maybe they like got inspired, you know.
Crew at the Kennedy Space Center. We're ready to go, ready to rock.
I'm gonna have to take another trip to NASA.
This is what you would call probably a TRL-9 technical.
Because you know they're about to open a new exhibit with that bad boy.
9, which means it's
Matt Damon. Thank you, Matt Damon.
Spacecraft is going to get. Next step up is to get these landers ready to go and we start sending humans to the moon. It's a bit more aggressive, even in the sense of what we did on Apollo. We had Apollo 8, then 9, then 10, then we landed on 11. This we're going to do Artemis 2, then Artemis 3, then we're landing boots on the moon and Artemis 4, and then Artemis 5. So pretty aggressive, a lot to do. Fraction of the budget if you look at it at the cost of what we had for the Apollo program. But very doable, and we got great leadership. Again, tribute to Congress and to the president on how we set this up and how they architecture all of this for all of America to participate.
You know, Andrew, there have been some in the media that are not impressed by it because they say we could have spent the money on something else. You mentioned the money, it's a fraction. But from your perspective, why does this matter?
Well, first off, we
That's
don't
right.
take any money.
America, fuck yeah.
Passports or our wallets or anything with us. All the money is spent here on Earth. And the return on investment, I think, has always proven itself, not just economically, not just technologically, not just geopolitically, but a bigger piece to me is the inspirational piece of it all. So I was young when we landed on the moon with the Apollo program, and we haven't had that kind of inspiration since. And, you know, my father told me that success in life has only got two factors to it. One is inspiration, one is perspiration. So the fact that we'll go in there and we've inspired not just a nation, but we've inspired a planet.
And we've inspired a new generation. Orion Space Manager Howard Hughes.
Yeah, I remember when everybody was trying to be an astronaut, man. Like, what the hell happened? It's like it just straight up went dormant. Like the beast in America just decided to go on a big slumber.
Talking in his message.
Bro, like there wasn't no corner that we weren't ready to go to.
He hopes the youngsters will be as moved as you were. We appreciate your contribution to this and look forward to what the future holds. Andrew Allen, thank you for taking time.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
Ah, what happened? Oh, damn.
You're watching live now from Fox. Welcome back. I'm your host, Christine Matino. We're continuing to follow the latest here out of Pakistan. As we do know, Vice President J.D. Vance is there right now. These talks currently underway here. These Iran peace
Come on, Vance.
Negotiations. That's a live look there outside that hotel. Now, I also wanted to share this here with you. President Trump just shared this to Truth Social just moments ago, as he's announcing that the U.S. is starting the process of clearing out the Strait of Hormuz. If you are just tuning in here with us, we shared this before the break. I want to just reiterate what we have learned here from the president. He announced today, quote, that we're now starting the process of clearing out the Strait of Hormuz as a favor to countries all around the world, including China, Japan, South Korea, France, Germany, and many others. Incredibly, they don't have the
Did they even release the pictures? I don't even think they're... Did they release the pictures that the NASA people took on their phones? Oh, shit. Whoops. Where can I look at the Artemis 2 photos that were taken on the iPhone 17? We might not have them even yet, so like it's kind of funny that somebody's making comments on it and we don't even know, like, image gallery. Here we go. I don't know if I can pull this up on stream. I want to, but I don't want to fucking get into another. I don't want to get into a Charlie scenario where I get a cease and desist in the mail. But you can go to, on your phones, you can use your Google machine. Go to official NASA platform, including their Flickr gallery, images.nasa.gov. And the official social media channels of the astronauts and NASA. NASA Flickr account, Flickr, Flickr. High-resolution official imagery from the mission is uploaded there. So yeah, they did release the photos. There's a few videos too. Pretty, man. Pretty. They look really good.
To do this work themselves. Very interestingly, however, empty oil carrying ships from many nations are all heading to the United States to load up with.
You know what's funny? Is I literally have a video pulled up specifically for somebody that thinks this way. Specifically. Ever seen in my life. This video was literally made by Neil deGrasse Tyson for someone just like you.
Someone I know who doesn't believe we went to the moon. So I said, what kind of evidence would convince you? He said, images of the landing site of the Apollo missions. So I said, okay, here's a website where we sent an orbiter to the moon so that it was close enough, because ground-based telescopes, they don't have the resolution to see the landing sites. But if you get close enough to the moon, you can. It photographed the entire surface of the moon, and there were the landing sites, and you saw the rover tracks, the base for the lunar module. That night, he went home and found it. Then he came back and says, NASA could have faked that. Well, I'm done with you. We have no more to talk about. Because he's not ready to be convinced.
Yeah, like, we're just wasting my time. You sit here acting like a fool in chat. You obviously don't have anything to add and you're just being negative. Why are you here? Just go watch somebody else, man. You're obviously crazy. Like, you're crazy. Just go find someone else to watch. Why sit in the comment and continue to be like that way if no matter what's going to be said to you, it's not going to matter? Why don't you just go find a flat earth channel or something? I don't know. Why are you here? It just makes no sense to me.
Oil. This announcement comes as negotiations between the U.S. and Iran are currently unfolding there in Pakistan, as I just shared with you. But President Trump went on to say the fake news media has lost total credibility, not that they had any to begin with, because of their massive Trump.
That's why I'm just ignoring y'all. Like, if y'all sitting there saying, oh, we never went to the moon, I don't really care what you think. And the people that are like-minded in the comments don't care what you think either. They're just going to ignore you because you are starting with an argument that just nobody wants to engage with because it's just so brain dead and stupid that nobody wants to hear it. That's the thing with it. Nobody cares. Oh, well, this YouTuber at the ass end of the internet, he fucking zoomed in on a picture and it was come to find out it was AI and you know, it's just like, dude, no one cares. No one's listening to you. You have your meltdown somewhere else. Just go away. No one's listening to you. Like,
sometimes referred to as TDS. They love saying that Iran is winning when
be gone, peasant.
Everyone knows that they are losing and losing big. The president goes on to say their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-air.
So how did they make it back from the moon? Here, let me help you. Let me help you with that. I don't know. Go fucking look it up, man. I'm not a fucking rocket scientist. Look it up.
Apparatus is non-existent. Radar is dead. Their
Dumbasses.
missile and drone factories have been largely obliterated, along with the missiles and drones themselves, and most importantly,
you really think I want somebody up in my comments with that? Like, come on, man. You got to at least be making some bit of sense if you're gonna not believe in the fucking the moon land. Like, you gotta line up somewhere. But when you started out the gate with that, come on.
Leaders are no longer with us. Praise be to Allah. The only thing they have going is the threat that a ship may bunk into one of their sea mines, which, by the way, all 28 of their mine dropper boats are also lying at the bottom of the sea. Now, President Trump said today, as you just read in that post, that massive numbers of empty oil tankers are heading to the United States. This coming a day after Fox News Digital reported that oil traffic.
That's crazy. Where is that at, Beastie Boy? Yo, is that like on a big news network, or is that like a different? If it's on like Fox or something, then I could probably pull it up. That's crazy sounding.
Effectively halted a backlog of roughly 3,200 vessels, among them 800 tankers and cargo ships built up west of the strait as of just yesterday, with ships idling as operators wait for clarity on whether it is safe to pass. So we are just learning that here from President Trump. I did want to bring that post to you here from Truth Social. Once again, we're still...
I can't just go and, like, that's why I don't typically just go and react to stuff. I usually send an email. I actually have to send some emails out today and tomorrow from some of the stuff that's in the... There was one particularly... that Iranian news one. That's right. I wanted to send an email out to them that have been covering, like... It's not... I've been seeing them go around a lot. It's not a regime media. It's something else. I don't think they're actually in Iran or anything like that. They're like covering more in depth on the media. I need to send that email
all
out.
Of these talks here that are going on today in Pakistan. And on your screen is just a graphic we have created here for you. As I've been saying, the vice president is leading these talks, but he's also joined by Steve Witkoff, who is the special envoy to the Middle East, as well as Jared Kushner, who is the special envoy for peace. We heard from President Trump just yesterday. Very briefly, he spoke to reporters about what he said to the vice president before he left for these talks. Let's listen in.
What did you tell J.D. Vance before he left, sir?
Well, I wish him luck. He's got a big thing. We'll find out what's going on. They're militarily defeated, and now we're going to open up the Gulf with or without him. But that'll be open. We're going to be, or the strait as they call it, and I think it's going to go pretty quickly. And if it doesn't, we'll be able to finish it off one way or the other. It's going well. The Navy's gone, the Air Force is gone, all anti-aircraft is gone, the leaders are gone, the whole place is gone. So we'll see how it turns out. So it's.
I'm surprised they even have anybody left to go to this meeting. I mean, shit.
And Steve and Jared, they have a good team, and they meet tomorrow. We'll see how it all works out.
You're not going to let them toll the strait, are you? I mean, it's international.
No, we're not going to let that. It's international.
I could tell you why. It's because J.D. Vance is a better negotiator. That's why. Marco's a runner. Marco can run things really well. But J.D. is a deal maker. That's why. Just think about whenever they sent J.D. Vance down to Minneapolis and it was cleared up that day. The police were out there doing their job. And he was out there slaughtering the press like they were just peons. J.D. Vance knows what he's talking about. And he only handles things he knows what he's talking about. J.D. Vance is probably the best option for this.
If they're doing that, nobody knows if they're doing that, but if they're doing that, we're not going to let that happen.
What would a good deal look like for you?
No nuclear weapon, number one. You know, I think it's already been regime change, but we never had that as a criteria. No nuclear weapon. That's 99% of it.
Strait of Hormuz as well?
Yeah, but that'll open up automatically. The answer is yes, but the strait will open up if we just left.
I haven't seen Rubio negotiate. So, like, I maybe he is. Maybe I missed something somewhere. I mean, it's possible. I haven't personally seen him negotiate. So maybe he is. I don't know. That is a good question. Maybe JD wanted to go, you know? Maybe he wanted to do this.
Otherwise, they make no money.
It kind of felt like JD Vance showed up in Minneapolis out of nowhere as well, so.
The strait's going to open, but what we have is no nuclear weapon, but we'll open the strait anyway. Don't forget, we don't use the strait. Other countries use the strait.
The Iran war continuing to raise security concerns here at home. That is not stopping Democrats, even their top leadership, from dragging out their DHS-led shutdown or DHS shutdown for 55 days.
Damn, Trump has gotten a war at all fronts, bro, trying to go to the moon. Bro trying to deal with a bunch of terrorists. Bro got to deal with the damn Democrats and their bullshit. Got to deport all these. Bro, like, Trump is holding his own. He's holding strong, too.
Now, Senate Republican Whip John Barrasso
Bro,
and Budget
he's like a
Committee
single Spartan army up there on that damn hill, bro.
Chairman Lindsey Graham will meet with President Trump to go over a final plan to hopefully finally end the Democrat stuff.
Yeah, Venezuela, Cuba, getting all the illegals out. Like, holy shit.
They may have to go it alone, though, without Democrats who refuse to fund ICE without reforms. Well, I wonder if they know the president actually already did that with his big, beautiful law.
Yeah, the big, beautiful bill covered it all. That's what I don't think they understand, is that the big, beautiful bill is paying them already. Even during this government, like, Trump he pre-planned for y'all doing this stupid shit. They're getting funded, bro. Like, they don't need you.
And also the Border Patrol. But yet the Dems fight. Here's Senator Rick Scott of the Homeland Security Committee.
Number one, we should never have funded all the Democrat earmarks and all their programs and not funded Homeland Security back in January. That was a mistake. Now, what we know is Democrats don't care about Homeland Security.
Obviously, it's a problem. It's a problem for them. I mean, that's what happens whenever you try to vote. You try to illegally migrate millions of people in to take over the voter base. I mean, duh. I mean,
of Americans. So we have
why do you think they fought so hard in Minneapolis?
Either we're going to have to do it through reconciliation, which only takes Republican votes, and we ought to do it for 10 years so this never happens again, or we've got to come to our senses, get rid of the filibuster, and start passing
I think the filibuster has been needing to go. That shit is useless. The filibuster has been used for these people to sit there and fuck around until they go on vacation. It's nonsense. They shouldn't be getting no goddamn vacation. They need to be down on that floor 365 days a year, 12 hours a day, passing bills that change Americans' lives. And that's what they need to be fucking doing. They shouldn't be on no vacation. They need to be debanked. All their assets need to be fucking withheld for a 4-year term. That 4-year term is their term on that Senate floor, doing exactly that 365 days a year, passing individual bills.
In focus now, Senate Majority Whip John Barrasso, Republican of the great state of Wyoming, ahead of his meeting with the president now. He joins us in focus. Look, just hearing what Senator Scott just said, so there's an answer, reconciliation for this public on a Friday as we head out to the weekends. A quick drill down on what that would mean and why not just do it?
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right, Harris, because what we've seen is Democrats would rather protect illegal immigration.
I mean, it looks like you're being seen. I don't know anything about this, man. There's nobody talking about it. I can't just click on random channels and start reacting to stuff. That's not something that I'm permitted to do on YouTube. I mean, unless Fox covers it or Asmongold finally gets back from his suspension and starts covering it, there's not really much that I can do. That's the unfortunate thing. It looks like he just dipped out anyway. I mean, if that's what you got to do, then I don't really know. I don't really know what to tell you.
Immigrant criminals and protect law-abiding American citizens. And that's why they've shut down the Department of Homeland Security, not funding things. And it's dangerous. It's reckless. It leaves our communities less safe, the border less secure. And it's because the Democrat Party is being driven right now by the far left wing, the radical wing of their party. So this afternoon, I'll be at the White House with Lindsey Graham. He's chairman of the Budget Committee, and we're going to be talking with the president specifically about funding ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, funding the Department of Homeland Security's Border Patrol, and doing it not just for this year, but through the entire time that...
You know what Trump should do? He should immediately mobilize the army and the Coast Guard and just put every state on like shelter in place or on like lockdown, like what they did for COVID-19. And then they should just go through and clean up every single criminal and illegal, take them, put them out, put the criminals in jail, take all the illegals, deport them. And then what he can do from that is that way he doesn't need to fund ICE like that right now. And then he can just accept like a temporary defunding of ICE and everybody will be set. Straight up.
President Trump is still in the White House and doing it with Republican votes alone.
Okay, so talk to me about, again, for the public, for reconciliation. Has this always been an option?
I have not heard about this thing in Florida with the 12 million. I have not. I can't cover it either. I can't cover it because unless it's on any social, like, do you have like, the thing is I can't just pull up a random YouTube channel because I risk getting a copy strike violation. I could get suspended. So like, if it's on a news channel, I could react to it. But if it's a random YouTuber or like a news article online, I risk getting a cease and desist in the mail. So I have to be very careful what I pull up on YouTube. Same thing with Twitch, apparently. Like, I want to react to this, but I don't have the tools in which to react to this. I like, Asman can drop his name and be able to react to stuff. I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. At least not yet. We keep growing as big as we are, or as big as we're growing, as much as we're growing, we'll definitely get there. But unfortunately, I don't have that yet. So, like, I have to be very meticulous on what I react to. Like, I finally got an email back from Chris Hansen, so we got True Blue pulled up, so we got to react to some pedos getting what coming to them. You know what I'm saying? But like, I gotta be able to send out an email, and unfortunately, in the instance of Chris Hansen, it took him 2 months to get back to me because I ended up in the spam. So like, there's only so much I can do, unfortunately, at the moment.
What is it exactly on this Friday that you're pushing for with that? And why not just do it?
Well, the plan is to do it as soon as the Senate gets back, starting Monday. And for the last 2 weeks, we've been working on this reconciliation bill. This is the...
That's crazy that the Republicans have been up there doing their shit, what they need to get done. But for whatever reason, that's fucking nuts,
you know,
man.
Harris, that the number
and what's even crazier is I saw that the bill that they were trying to pass, that they had all signed, the Democrats had all signed, had zero funding for ICE and Homeland Security. So it's like they want to defund Homeland Security, and they're also holding Homeland Security at hostage. How the fuck does that even work, bro? Like, it's like, no matter what, it's a lose-lose. Why would anyone side with you? TSA is under the Department of Homeland Security. If you defund the Department of Homeland Security, you defund the TSA. Do you understand what that means? That means that no matter what you do, they're not like. No, like it's so fucking stupid.
The responsibility of a government is to protect American citizens.
Yes.
The president said it in the State of the Union address. But Joe Biden let over 10 million illegal immigrants into the country. Democrats want to make it harder for us to arrest and deport these illegal immigrant criminals. They want to tie the hands of our ICE agents and our Border Patrol. They want to be able to get their street gangs to go after and threaten and terrorize not just Border Patrol agents and ICE agents, but also their families. This is what this Democrat shutdown has happened. It is dangerous. It's wrong. We're going to go it alone. The president wants this bill on his desk by June 1st.
All right. I'm also looking at the Coast Guard and the TSA and all those other factions that are not being paid. FEMA, all the things in DHS. So this takes care of that as well?
Well, there's a bill right now that's passed the Senate, that's in the House, and I would recommend that the Speaker of the House take it up and pass it as soon as possible that covers all of those other items.
Okay.
ICE and also Border Patrol, they've been funded. We saw this coming with the Democrats.
Right.
Last year, we pre-funded ICE, Border Patrol through what the president refers to as the one big beautiful bill, the Working Families Tax Cuts bill. We have done it. It's critical to get FEMA up again, the Coast Guard, cybersecurity. All those things are necessary.
Wow.
The Democrats are against the security of this homeland, and it is just wrong. And we're going to put an end to it.
I'm sorry, but any person that comes from a foreign country and moves up in our politics the way someone like Ilhan Omar did, I don't really care what you think and feel. You shouldn't even be in politics, period. You should have we should have a minimum of 3 years. You have to be you have to be like a third generation citizen in order to go in our politics. Because when you've got somebody that literally came from a foreign country that migrated here from a place like Somalia, moved up in our government, and is now advocating for the defunding of the DHS, I have a problem with that. Especially coming from a state like Minneapolis where they had all that healthcare fraud going on, and the fact that they were using, and this is all factual, by the way, it's all been confirmed with the actual arrests and incarceration of these people. They were taking all that money and sending it to Somali terrorism. I don't want to hear a damn thing this person does. She shouldn't even be where she's at. The fact that there's anybody advocating for the defunding of the DHS is insanity. But think about it. We had terrorist attacks the second we hit Iran. Hell, if anything, we should be spending more on the Department of Homeland Security, not defunding it.
Well, I tell you, it is just hard to believe that if the president doesn't get involved, these things don't move. I mean, he's paying those TSA workers. He's having to do that through executive order just to get us to this point. All right, we'll move forward. President Trump keeping his promise to lock down the border. The Washington Examiner reporting new DHS data show last month zero illegal immigrants released into the United States after being caught at the border. Now, that is down dramatically. Well, of course it would be. From 78,000 released into our nation in March of 2024.
Damn.
Under President Biden. It also marks 11 straight months
of... Keep in mind that that's just registered. Just think about how many of those people were just allowed to pass straight through the border by opening up those fences.
Zero catch and releases, all with DHS unfunded through March. That is incredible that continues without distraction.
She's not a traitor. Ilhan Omar is not a traitor. She's doing exactly what she intended to do. That's what a lot of people don't seem to understand. Is everything that's happening a bug or a feature? That's what we need to be asking ourselves.
For disruption, Senator.
Well, you're absolutely right. And then
if you invite a terror cell into your country, I'm not calling all Ilhan a terrorist because I don't want to get sued, and that's really the only reason why. And you expect them to fight and die for America. Well, I mean, who's the bigger joke here? Well, it's your dumbass because you let them in. They were never going to fight and die for America. Like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? Like,
said it 11 months in a row with no catch and release, no illegal immigrants left into this country during all of that time, which goes to prove, with Biden leaving so many coming into the country, we didn't need to change the law. We just needed to enforce the laws that were on the books. President Trump did it. He
this TikTok motorcycle. Whoa, that's loud as fuck.
The Iran war.
And we're going
So now that I've proven to you that this isn't an echo chamber, why should the President of the United States, the richest country with the biggest military in the world, show respect to anybody? Why do we have to do anything after we fought and helped a lot of people win World War I and World War II? Prior to that, America's involvement, they were losing. So, why should we show any respect to anybody? Shouldn't it be the other way around? How is it that we help win World War I or World War II and we're called the bullies? That's interesting. I never did understand that. Lack of respect is the beginning of a slippery slope. What is this child mentality? So who is Trump disrespecting, dare I ask? Better yet, who is the President of the United States disrespecting? Canada, Denmark. I don't think you're aware, but Canada's cooked. Canada has the highest mass immigration, and now they're taking Canadian guns away. The last thing I want to hear from is Canada. I don't really know about Denmark. I don't really care about Denmark either. Well, if you got a problem with the fact that the President of the United States is disrespecting somebody, then fucking do something about it. Oh, but you won't. Because y'all have been cucked into being sent to fight a war and allowing people to unalive themselves and get their organs harvested after being AR'd by a bunch of illegals. Actually, wasn't that Denmark? Was that just Denmark or something? Wasn't that like there? Like, I don't really want to hear a damn thing from Canada. Canada's cooked. Y'all can't even have guns anymore over there. Like, why do I care about what Canada says? You name it, your president is threatening to take over Denmark. Denmark? You mean Iceland? Is that what you're talking about? Is it like Iceland or Greenland? It's one of those, right? Like, is that what you're talking about? Having no guns here is good. Having no guns there is good? There are not school shootings. There are not schools. Oh man, his third worldism's showing now. How many school shootings happen in Canada a year? Well, I found a list. School shootings by country. Canada. No. Oh, what the fuck? That was weird. And I love that people think that taking guns away is going to stop people from doing. You know that they have like stabbers, right? In China, Japan, where guns aren't allowed, they have people that run around with katanas and knives that still do the same shit. Like, you haven't even begun to wrap your head around that stupidity. How many shootings have happened in Canada since 2026 started? Oh, there was just a major mass shooting in British Columbia. That's the one case gun related. Where's that at? Where did that say that? And school shootings, February 10th, 2026. A mass shooting at Timber Ridge Secondary School and residence in British Columbia resulted in 10 deaths, including the perpetrator, and 27 injuries. This is considered Canada's deadliest mass shooting since 2020. Wow. Big surprise. Shooting 20-year-old man dead, blah, 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 blah. Confirmed 12 shooting. There have been 286. There have been 286 shootings since the start of the year. So you don't even, like, know what you're talking about. So it's obvious you're not in Canada. There's been 286 since the start of the year. This is what's going to radicalize the Western culture right here. You are not going to convince an American that giving up their guns is ever a good idea. There are United States soldiers that will stand by that. You will not win this war doing this to America. I'm informing you, if you try to do this to America, you will fail miserably. And if you don't understand that, we don't really have anything to talk about. That's all there is to it.
We're going to be talking with the president specifically about funding ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, funding the Department of Homeland Security's Border Patrol, and doing it not just for this year, but through the entire time that President Trump is still in the White
I don't know if I'll be able to
House,
find it.
and doing it with Republican votes alone.
Okay, so
Let me see if I can find it. There's this kind of solidifies the mentality that I was talking about. Twitter post about No Man Left Behind as Mongold reaction. Here you go. Oh, wait, nope, that ain't it. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. I should have saved it. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't save it. Whoops. It's okay. If it pops up again, I'll have to save it. Oh, not that. There we go.
talk to me about, again, for the public, for reconciliation. Has this always been an option? What is it exactly on this Friday that you're pushing for with that? And Why not just do it?
Well, the plan is to do it as soon as the Senate gets back, starting Monday. And for the last 2 weeks, we've been working on this reconciliation bill. This is the way to do it. You know, Harris, that the #1 responsibility of a government is to protect American citizens.
Yes.
The president said it in the State of the Union address. But Joe Biden let over 10 million illegal immigrants into the country. Democrats want to make it harder for us to arrest and deport these illegal immigrant criminals. They want to tie the hands of our ICE agents and our Border Patrol. They want to be able to get their street gangs to go after and threaten and terrorize not just Border Patrol agents and ICE agents, but also their families. This is what this Democrat shutdown has happened. It is dangerous. It's wrong. We're going to go it alone. The president wants this bill on his desk by June 1st.
All right. I'm also looking at the Coast Guard and the TSA and all those other factions that are not being paid. FEMA, all the things in DHS. So this takes care of that as well?
Well, there's a bill right now that's passed the Senate, that's in the House, and I would recommend that the Speaker of the House take it up and pass it as soon as possible. That covers all of those other items.
Okay.
ICE and also Border Patrol, they've been funded. We saw this coming with the Democrats. Right. Last year, we pre-funded
I ain't gonna be able to
ICE,
find it.
Border Patrol through what the president refers to as the one big beautiful bill, the working families tax cuts.
Yeah, that one big beautiful bill kind of solidified Trump being able to do a lot of what he's doing now. I don't know how Trump came up with the idea with that one big beautiful bill, but man, was it such a beautiful idea.
Bill, we have done it. It's critical to get FEMA up again, the Coast Guard, cybersecurity, all those things are necessary. Wow. The Democrats are against...
Yo, W, by the way, we're here every day. Every day we're here 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Every day. 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Every day, streaming. So please sub, like the stream.
The security of this homeland, and it is just wrong, and we're going to put an end to it using reconciliation.
But I tell you, it is just hard to believe that if the president doesn't get involved, these things don't move. I mean, he's paying those TSA workers.
It's like that by design. These people have facilitated the mass influx of all of these people to single-handedly overthrow our country. This is what is the new aged colonization, boys. This is what it looks like. We are 100% in a very delicate balance right now.
To do that through executive order just to get us to this point. All right, we'll move forward. President Trump keeping his promise to lock down the border. The Washington Examiner reporting new DHS data show last month zero.
Bro, that's just fucking disgusting. Okay. So where should I be getting my information from? Where should I be getting my information from? Don't tell me you're going to roach out now. Where should I be getting my information from? The Bits 78? I see that you're the first time you chatted was on a few streams ago. Well, don't tell me you're not going to tell me what information I should be using because you know that it's bogus, right? Okay, well we're just gonna perma you because we don't have time for this nonsense. Go retard somewhere else.
Released into the United States after being caught at the border. Now that is down dramatically. Well, of course it would be. From 78,000 released into our nation in March of 2024 under President Biden. It also marks 11 straight months of zero catch and releases, all with DHS unfunded through March. That is incredible that continues without distraction or disruption. Senator.
Well, you're absolutely right. And you said it, 11
the
months
bitch bitched out.
With no catch and release.
That's a good one.
Illegal immigrants left into this country during all of that time.
Yeah. I think that Darlin should be the first one brought over if she wants, of course. And what we can do for every one person like Darling that we import to the country, we can deport like 5 Karens. Like this, I'm telling you, I can turn this place into a paradise. I could do it. It wouldn't be hard. It's just a matter of if you've got the cojones to do it. That's what matters.
To prove, with Biden leaving so many coming into the country, we didn't need to change the law. We just needed to enforce the laws that were on the books. President Trump did it. He did it effectively. He did it boldly. And the American people are seeing the difference now. The problem is we have 10 million or more illegal immigrants here right now, many criminals who need to be arrested and deported. And that's what the Democrats are opposing. They want to allow them to continue here, which makes our communities and our country less safe.
Look, and as an example is what President Trump responded to, Brian Yennis just reported on. You've got that horrific killing, the suspect, an illegal immigrant from Haiti, and the weapon, a hammer, and now a woman who's lost her life. So these are the sorts.
That's crazy. But we're going to sit here and defend these people, right? These people, you can't use these people's morals as the upper high ground. Their morals aren't morals, they're ideologies. These people will kill you if they could. You cannot trust somebody that's in America in a protest waving the hammer and sickle Soviet Union flag, or it's not Soviet, communist flag, in a protest. I'm sorry, but no, absolutely not.
They want to allow them to continue here, which makes our communities and our country less safe.
Obviously.
As an example is what President Trump responded to, Brian Yennis just reported on. You've got that horrific killing, the suspect, an illegal immigrant from Haiti, and the weapon, a hammer, and now a woman who's lost.
Came to America and murdered an American with a fucking hammer. You know how brutal of a death that is? That's awful. Nobody should ever be susceptible to that. Didn't have a gun that time, huh, Canada? Damn. I guess that gun thing falls apart real quick, don't it, dipshit? I'm so happy I banned that guy. You have no idea. I'm so happy I banned that guy. Oh my fucking God.
These are the sorts of things that we're pushing against with what you all have lined up. Thank you for being in focus, Senator, very much.
Thank you, Harris.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows.
Jesus, man. All right. Oh, fuck. This is 7 minutes. All right. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to make a video out of this one, but whenever I'm done with the stream, in the stream, fucking motherfucker, description, in the channel, in the stream description, I'm going to put a link to True Blue's site, so that way y'all can go and check out True Blue. And I'm also gonna, I'm gonna tag the True Blue, and I'm gonna tag all that stuff in both the streams that we're doing today, so that way y'all can go check them out. True Blue, for the most part, doesn't get any money from these streams. I mean, from their channel, because of the censorship. You're not allowed to say certain words, like you have to replace like girl with like cupcake if it involves a number. If you catch what I'm putting down, otherwise you get like age restricted, which is fucking stupid. Just one more thing that the American patriots on a daily basis have to deal with that make no sense, because we've got politicians that are older than dust and fucking power. But anyway, please, I recommend checking them out. I think you can get like a deal for $5 where you can view their website. So they don't make any money on YouTube. But they try, you know, they do try. Most of their money and funding is from channel memberships and from their website that they have. So please check them out. Keep Chris Hansen floating.
Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
Get yourself ready, okay?
I'm ready.
Okay. Get comfy, okay?
This man in Dickinson County, Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula, might think he's ready for a fun night. Let's play.
That's not my idea.
Bro, this motherfucker bought, like, kids' meals. Oh, $5 dono. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I also have a channel membership. And if you're new here, please sub to the channel. I do go through politics every day. I go through gaming every day, like gaming news and stuff. If you're new here, please sub to the channel. Hit like on the stream. It helps out with all the views. I also have a channel membership. Feel free to check that out. Don't feel obligated to. But, you know, hit like on the stream. Show the love. And dono. $5 dono.
Plans.
Well, I don't know what to do. You don't know how scared and shooken up I am.
Now we're getting someplace.
You guys have no idea how excited I was whenever I got the email from Chris Hansen saying that I could react to his. You have no idea. I was like a fucking schoolgirl geeking out, dude. I was so happy.
Because my plan is to always get the truth.
You don't know what's going through my mind right now.
What is going through your mind right now?
Utter embarrassment, shock, shame. I'm going to cry.
So you want to cry?
Let me explain something to y'all. I know a lot of y'all get a little frustrated when I keep pulling up comments. Asman does it. Chris Hansen does it. You have to pull these people up and you have to completely embarrass them. And when you're done embarrassing them, you have to put them away. You have to set an example of these people. That's what they do. That's what I do. That's what Asman does. I like that way more because it tells the people that have no right to talk that maybe they should keep their trap shut and their head down. I am doing the psychological effect of what they do when they threaten you if you're wearing Trump attire. The more people that do this, and that's why I advocate so heavily for it in my comments whenever y'all see, even on the videos, if y'all see somebody acting like a fucking moron, use the @ and their username and ask them questions. Destroy their conversation. Destroy it. You don't have to call them names. They're stupid enough to trip over their own feet. All you got to do is keep poking and prodding. Just keep poking and prodding. Like that guy trying to talk about history. Well, history proves what I'm saying right. And what Trump is doing is right. You can't force people that don't want to assimilate with an American culture to assimilate. You can't force people that have been trained their entire lives to harm themselves if they're losing ground in a fight. You know what you do with those people? You blow them the fuck up, man. You blow them up, man.
What's wrong?
We're going to move on from that, though.
Something's wrong with you.
You know, but W intro, by the way. W intro. It's all going to be copyright. By the way, videos like this, like this stream will most likely get either age restricted or it will be demonetized. There's a good chance just for having Chris in the stream. And I'm going to keep doing it too. I'm going to give Chris Hansen a stream a week to make sure this word keeps getting out. I will. Absolutely. Being channel members and being Prime subscribers, or not Prime, Premium, YouTube Premium, if you have Premium, I'll still get paid for that. But anybody that doesn't and they're unfortunately forced to watch like ads, I won't. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I want to react to this. I want to spread the word. And I love what Chris Hansen does. I love what Chris Hansen does.
Sheriff Aaron Rochon and his team for their latest investigation into crimes against children. On this day, Special Agent Todd Wilton is posing as an underage girl online and is chatting with a much older guy.
How's it going, Adam Cram? I didn't even see you.
And the man's track record with this sort of criminal activity speaks for itself. I get the full story and the sordid text details.
What is his name? John. And how old is he?
61.
61. And so there's a bit of a
what the hell?
Backstory to him because he was online and communicated with a law enforcement decoy in Metro Detroit before he serviced in this investigation.
Correct.
Tell me how that worked.
So in July, end of July of this year, a detective from Shelby Township Police Department created an account on this new app, expressed an interest, a sexual interest, sent him videos, pictures of his genitalia, and wanted to make arrangements to meet up, but due to the distance, it wasn't feasible at that time.
Got it.
So fast forward, learned about this app, which just happens to be where John lives. So I also created...
So you mean to tell me this guy has been doing this for a longer period of time?
A account, and he reached
So
out
he made an account, ended up finding a minor on a different account, did some nasty shit, ended up not working out because of the distance, and he's over here doing it again with a different account now. What the fuck?
well.
As a 14-year-old girl.
Correct.
Oh, whoa.
Multiple
We
videos
got to
of
be
himself
careful with that.
performing masturbation.
Whoa,
Quite a few
okay.
photographs of it.
Let's
So they
calm
were
down.
on
Hold on,
video.
wait a minute. Whoa.
In his own
Let's calm down.
They never stop unless, they brought to justice. They'll continue. They never stop unless, they brought to justice.
Anytime you guys want to check it out, I will probably put the link to the video in the stream as well, so you guys can go and watch the video. There's more detail on what these sickos do on the actual website. A lot of the website stuff is completely uncensored, so you get a full breakdown of everything that nasty fuck did over the span of this investigation. And it's like that with every single person they catch now. And they have follow-ups too. They have follow-up episodes on their website that says what happened to him after everything settles. So
continue until we find him and stop him.
Do you suppose these are the only 2 times he's engaged in this sort of behavior?
No. He's got messages with what appears to be multiple.
Oh man, I ain't got time for that. I just ain't got the mentality for it.
Underage girls.
I've already discussed in so many streams everything about that. We're moving on from that, dude. We're done with that for the day.
In detail, but
you keep bringing up stupid shit in my comments, and I'm just gonna suspend you and get you the fuck out of here. Well, not suspend. I'll permaban you. I also don't do unban requests either. Deal with it. Don't act like a fucking idiot, and you won't get permits.
You look beautiful, or you're hot, or you're really pretty, but they appear to be a lot of underage girls that he's making comments on their photos.
And now we think he's coming over to
Infamous Lord K's in the house.
Correct.
On this day.
Correct. Specifically for sex with a child.
14-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the latest? What has he said?
He just asked me for my address.
And you're going to give it to him now?
Correct.
And he's pretty close.
Yeah, he's probably, 5 miles?
5 miles away.
5 miles, he's in town.
All right. Very good.
Oh, and I forgot. I asked him...
Yes, sir.
He asked me if I was 420 friendly. I said, of course. I asked him to bring marijuana, that my mom lets me smoke, and that it would help me relax for sex. And he said he's going to send me a picture of a jar of marijuana, and he's going to bring it with him for it. And then I figure right now I might ask him for food just to add something else to bring.
Perfect. All right, fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
About 30 minutes later, a car pulls up to the house.
He's in his car.
I watch as John gets out and makes his way to the front door. The decoy playing the...
Damn, he parked far away, didn't he?
Girl lets him in, and it looks like John has brought treats.
Bro, I know this motherfucker didn't just bring fucking Happy Meals Dude, what the fuck? Bro, do you understand the mental capacity of somebody that brings Happy Meals whenever they're doing this to somebody that's that young? He knows what he's doing, and he's... dude, like, what the fuck?
Hey. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Have a seat. You can take your shoes off the top. Oh, thank you.
All right, what you want to...
Oh,
that too.
thank you.
Bro.
I'm good, dude.
Bro, he brought motherfucking... dude. Dude, come on. That ain't an indicator to you that maybe you shouldn't be there? You there trying to see an underage person, and you brought fucking Happy Meals, bro? The hell's wrong with you? Dude.
Did you bring anything else?
We?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go on Piano Casino,
Good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Pino Casino.
Let me just grab my vape really quick and I'll sit in the room. Get yourself ready, okay?
I'm ready.
Okay.
It's Chris Hansen.
Comfy, okay?
The other folks who are ready, the Dickinson County Sheriff's Office to
I'm
make...
so happy that he works with the county sheriff. That's like one of the best things about this, is that he works with the police department to get these fucking freaks, man.
the arrest and me to have a heated chat.
Oh, go get him, Chris. Go get him, Chris. Mm-hmm.
I asked her, said, well, please. I'm in the bedroom and shit.
How do you take CPA for you?
Keys for your car?
Yeah, keys for your car?
You're in the car.
We're in the car?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm not good.
Well, tell me what happened. Explain this whole thing to me. So we can
Why do they
sort it out.
always choose like I'm sorry. Why do they always choose the nicest houses? Bro, like, look at this banister. Like, what house do you walk into that has a door this freaking big, and immediately when you turn to the right, there's just a stairwell that goes downstairs? Dude, look at these floors. Like, how is this not a huge red flag to anybody that's trying to do this? Look at this house.
Enjoy her and I'll meet her.
And who is she?
I don't know, it's a girl I met online.
Oh, we watching a pedo get what's coming to him. That's what we watching. Chris Hansen from MSNBC.
When did you meet her?
Well, ex MSNBC.
What you're watching is only a portion of the full episode. If you want to see...
Damn. Hold on. What the fuck?
True Blue is your home for all our news.
Bro, what? They made a thing for Roblox. Oh, we have to check that out next week. Damn, I was kind of... This is the one that we were given to react to. What the hell? I don't want to end with that one, bro. I don't want to end the stream with that one. I want to find a better one. So it looks like if... Let's try this one.
Drunk. I can't talk. I can't say nothing. I can't.
There's got to be one here that's good, right? This one's only 5 minutes.
Weapon.
Alrighty.
For me to call you to serve.
There we go. We'll watch this one. We'll do this one.
Prison.
Oh, it's another damn... It's a compilation. Damn it! Compilation. Oh, here we go. There we go. I think this is a full episode.
Send me your location, or your parents' home.
I don't, even if I paid for Chris Hansen's membership, I don't want to react to that stuff on stream, because I want, if anybody wants to see it, go to his channel, buy their membership, and watch it there. Do that. I don't want to take anything from these guys. They deserve every dime they get.
He asked me to take a nude of myself. I said no. Chit chat a little bit more. He asked for the location so he can come find me, and then my number to call when he's arriving. And he just texts saying I'll be on my way.
Do we think he speaks English, or do we think he's using a translator?
I think he's using translating that.
And we don't know what he does for a living.
Nothing.
All right.
So if he's got the address, he should be en route.
Okay, so we think he's 5 minutes out.
He's from 5 miles away. He could probably be about 10 minutes, maybe.
Got it.
Depending if he leaves right now.
We only have a few minutes until the man arrives, so I quickly brush up on my Spanish.
Are you here in this country legally?
He's here.
Yo, even Chris Hansen knows what's up.
The decoy goes outside to meet him and leads him into the stingray.
It kind of shocks me to know, or to, like, you realize that some of these people that come into these houses that are foreigners, you realize that in their country it's legal, right? In a lot of, like, third world style countries where, you know, you've got blood wars going on, that's normal for them to marry someone if you're 45 down to like a 12-year-old. It's disgusting. Like, you can't expect somebody that comes from that kind of culture to assimilate it with American culture, unless they're, like, you know, devoid of everything that involves that culture. They completely reject it. But it's insane.
Vamos around. What's in the bag? It's in the bag. It's in the bag.
Huh?
Yeah, bring back the gladiator games. Yes. No. I got a perfect idea. And I've come up with this. We should rally together and get the United States government to buy Epstein Island. And here's the thing. We turn Epstein Island into some kind of, like, Fortnite battle royale, or like a death race, right? Except whenever the person gets to the end, they don't get their freedom back. They just get to go back to their cell and get an extra meal a day. Like, that's what we should be doing, right? I mean, like, am I the only one that thinks this?
Take my phone?
The decoy slips away, and I walk in.
Buenas noches.
Noches.
¿Tienes un nombre?
Clayton. Clayton.
Clayton. ¿Cuántos años?
27.
Clayton. ¿Habla inglés?
Clyder says he doesn't speak any English, although I suspect he understands. Fortunately, I have a translator app.
¿Está aquí en este país legalmente? No. Immigration status.
Why? Why?
Papeles.
Green card.
Yes.
You have a green card. ¿Qué es su trabajo?
Albacha.
¿Abacha? ¿Qué es?
Restaurante.
Restaurante. Cook, chef? Dishwasher? Dishwasher. Why did you come here tonight? ¿Por qué viniste aquí esta noche?
Amigo.
Amigo. You came here to have sex with a 15-year-old boy.
Oh, you see his demeanor change whenever he did that? You see his demeanor change?
I can't.
I can't. Fuck it, damn it. I wanted to see his demeanor change, but I can't because... You know what? Actually, I can. Hold on. I can. I'm just being dumb. There. You see his demeanor? Yep. There it went. There it went. There it went.
Con un 5 de 15 años.
27. No, él.
27.
27.
No.
Sí.
No.
Todo está aquí.
Where?
Todo está aquí.
Let me see.
I'm familiar with the text messages, and I know the
Hey, he is like a cue ball, isn't he?
was given.
You asked for a nude photo.
Es que yo no hablo inglés. Yo no.
I don't speak Bro, your gig is up, man. It's done. I don't think he realizes that the police are there yet, but he will.
Y él dijo 27.
They always realize.
Y mira, aquí. Esto.
Let me see the photos.
Aquí mandé el foto.
Yeah, but he said he was 15 years old.
No.
15 años.
No dijo 15 años.
He said en línea.
Porque yo no hice nada.
What is in the bag?
¿Ah?
What did we? Money? Did you bring condoms?
Oh, what a sick piece of shit, man. What a sick piece of
Condoms?
shit.
Passport? Let me see your passport.
Venezuela.
Venezuela? Caracas?
Oh, no fucking shot. God damn. Big surprise, he's from Venezuela.
You came here tonight to have sex with a 15-year-old boy.
What the hell did you laughing at your coffee for, man?
No.
You can't laugh at scalding hot coffee. It burns you.
15 años.
No. No tengo nada. Nada.
You asked if his parents were home. Why?
Then Kleider tries to make a run for it.
Preguntaste. No.
Ooh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Deputies are faster
Stop.
and quickly put him into cuffs.
Don't move.
I gotta give Chris Hansen the benefit of the doubt. He's gotta know some crazy karate. Just imagine if that man lunged towards Chris Hansen instead of trying to go towards the door. Like, Chris has some balls of steel, man. He's good at his job.
Así. Fíjate.
Back to the couch he goes. Down, looking
Bro
for
got a
weapons.
scratch with that one.
To the interview.
Do you have a green card to be in the United States? ¿Tiene usted una tarjeta verde para estar en los Estados Unidos? No. So you are here illegally. Entonces estás aquí ilegalmente. ¿Sí?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Wow. Man, this seems like a systemic problem.
¿Cuántos años?
2. Tú.
2. Del Venezuela. ¿Por qué?
Venezuela está mal.
¿Está mal? Bad.
Mm.
Why is Venezuela so bad for you? ¿Por qué Venezuela es tan mala para ti?
President.
The president.
Man. But remember, boys, I gotta use history. And I gotta make sure that I read all these books. Man, oh man, oh man. Don't you just love to see it? I feel so validated right now. I feel so validated, it's not even funny.
Why did you want to come to the United States then? ¿Por qué quieres venir entonces a Estados Unidos?
A trabajar.
For work. And you work at a restaurant? Restaurante. As a dishwasher. You see how this looks, and it's not good. Ya ves cómo se ve esto y no es bueno.
No, pero es que yo no hice nada.
Dude.
En serio, ahí está mi celular. Smartphone. Yo no English. Y él no dijo nada de eso. Solo mandó fotos.
It seems like you're using that as an excuse. Parece que estás usando eso como excusa.
No, en serio, no. Ahí está. En serio.
I hope he does. I mean, I think that each one of these people needs to be tased until they start, like, drooling into the carpet, and they need to be crying. Like, these people need to be crying, bro.
Es sospechoso.
No, en serio que no. No, yo no estoy haciendo nada malo.
So why are you there?
You're sorry.
Just like the like average commenter that leaves a dumb comment in my comments, and then I start questioning them. Like, this is the, like, what is this mentality?
Lo siento. What will happen to you if you go back to Venezuela?
How's it going, Allison? You extra late. You almost missed the whole stream.
¿Qué te pasará?
Man, you must be busy today.
Regresas a Venezuela.
W. Allison.
Muchas cosas. Venezuela, mi familia no dinero.
Family has no money. All right, these gentlemen are with the local sheriff's office.
Ramsey Bolton,
and they're going to take it from here.
That's not a bad idea. From Game of Thrones.
Estos hombres de la oficina del sheriff local se encargan de esto.
All right. Just hang tight right there.
Kleider obviously doesn't speak English fluently, but what is clear from the text is that he knew he was coming to meet a 15-year-old boy for sex. And now, after facing charges here, he's likely to be deported very quickly.
Kleider is taken away by the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office.
Yo, W. Allison.
Later we learn that he is a member of the violent Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua.
Holy shit. That's a Tren de... Oh my god. Holy shit. That's a fucking gang member, bro.
Taken away by the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office. Later we learn that he is a member of the violent Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua and has been under investigation by HSI for human trafficking.
Oh my god.
Kleider is being charged with indecent behavior with a juvenile and computer-aided solicitation of a minor. He's currently being held on an ICE detainer for further investigation. After Kleider was taken away, detectives go back to work, talking to men looking for sex with underage girls and boys.
That's crazy, bro. Here illegally, a gang member that has been under investigation for... Oh my god, dude. What the fuck?
Before 3 a.m., and we think our night is just about to be over.
Oh. It looks like... Hold on. Okay. It looks like the other stream, the other side of things, has been hit with the temporary block because it detected video belonging to someone else. It's crazy because I only have the email saying that I can react to this. But that's okay, YouTube. That's all I wanted to see anyway. The big stream got it's not a strike. It's just a weird thing that YouTube does to block certain content. It's like a suppression system, let's be honest here. Like that's pretty much what it is. And that's fine. Because y'all on the short side didn't get it, but the big stream did. It's not a strike, it's not like a suspension or anything. It's like a copyright like detection thing. I wonder how long it's been doing that. Oh, it just popped back into existence. Yeah, that was for the big stream. It looks like it should be fine now. It's not like it matters. I was gonna end stream anyway. How long was it doing that? It just did that. Yeah, it just did that too. That's fine. It's whatever. We got our react in. Yep. Yeah, it kind of, I don't know why it did that. I just love YouTube's policies because they'll strike one channel and leave the others up. And it's so weird. It wasn't a strike, by the way. There's not anything that's going to be bad about this. It's nothing bad. I want to make that very clear. It's just like AI picking up on content like this, like Chris Hansen, and then automatically blocking it. It's like a protection for me, even though I have permission from the content holder. I don't know how I can put that in the system, but it's just like an automatic thing. So it's fine. Nothing is wrong. But that's okay. We're gonna keep trying to react to it. We'll try again next week. That's what we do. Keep just trying to climb up the hill, one video at a time, boys. But I'll be back on bright and early first thing tomorrow at 7 a.m. 8 a.m. I'm here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Please stick around, sub to the channel if you're new here. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Oh, hold on. How did that happen? How did that happen? That's weird. I will be back on bright and early first thing tomorrow. I said that like 4 times. Make sure you sub to the channel if you're new here. Look at that channel membership. We try to stay away from crazy people. It's catchable from what I can see. We might end up pulling you up and laughing at you or making fun of you. Try to put a smile on someone's face. It might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And stay safe out there. No fish stream today. No stream after stream. We do that on Mondays through Fridays. But I'll be back on tomorrow bright and early. Stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, Patriots. Peace. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around, W viewers.
Because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got